Listen, listen, listen. Welcome to Monday Night Toy Ramblings, where I will ramble on for I don't know, 3 hours or so about things you may or may not care about. I have a feeling some of you may care about this. And I've had an interesting weekend, if you guys don't know already. I'm assuming by the view count that most people saw what I had to say yesterday. So much so that, we'll get into that in a minute, I suppose. So anyway, let's just say here, I had a pretty good weekend, but I want to start off by finishing addressing what happened yesterday, and addressing some specific people. All right. So if you don't know, the artist Shark, or Shark News, whatever he was calling himself at the time, since Joe Fast, actually before Joe Fast, he had started a lot of rumors. And then he started with his whole channel being taken down. Now, there is a link to yesterday's live stream, so you can go click on it if you want to watch it after this. And you can go back and watch my live streams. Anyway, so this has been going on for quite some time. He removed his channel, said that he lost it. Really, that's what he did. He removed it while creating a new channel. I did all the work for everyone to look into it. No one seemed to give two shits other than the people that, were associated with us. Okay. So fast forward till now, he's back with his channel. I don't care. I don't watch his stuff. But my name started coming up again. He started mentioning that me or B had something to do with why he's getting strikes. Bullshit strikes, and we know they're not true, and I think we've all done our work, right? So anyway, long story short, I kind of lost it on Oz's stream. If you really care to watch it, it's 2 hours and 41 minutes into it. When I first got on it, someone asked me how I was doing, and I kind of went off. And he must have heard it. Someone probably told him. I would guess that it was probably Hal Jordan, because he watches that. And he just, oh man, he's his fucking ringleader. So anyway, Hal Jordan or Ray Paz, there's other people too. Well, then he comes out and gives a message and basically says that, hey, you know what? I'm stalking him. I'm doing this, whatever. And then, said, he finally pointed the finger at me. Now, before he was able to hide and say, hey, you know what? He's not pointing a finger. He just was going around, whether it's me, B, Baldy, Shark Eyes, right? So finally, he pointed the finger at me. And to say that pissed me off was an understatement, but it doesn't matter because I didn't do shit and I had proof, and I proved it, right? It was when Chad had done what he did, and that is what we're going to get into. Now, Chad took that screenshot, and posted it. And to say that I was mad would be an understatement. I was shaking. You want to talk about seeing red? I was seeing red. And then I watched as more and more stuff was sent to me. I'm just recapping as we're getting into something. As more and more stuff got sent to me, and I saw my subs drop by 12, I believe, in 2 hours, that's when I had kind of lost it. And I walked up and I said, I'm doing a live stream. And I checked everything and I said, all right, let's do this. So you guys got to see it. All right. It's already the most viewed live stream that I've done. Not huge compared to a lot of people. But Chad, during it, retracted it, and he put out an apology. And that's nice. He shouldn't have had to apologize because he never should have done it. Nor should any of you fuckers that did it. But hey, let's get into that. And I've already been told that some of Laser Pants' spies are here. So that is awesome, because that's the first fucker we're going to address. All right? So let's just add this to the state. Now, we're going to get through this because I really don't want to deal with this. All right? I want to put this behind me, move on with my show and my channel, and these guys can do whatever they want. But when this was posted, Laser Pants, who loves to say, all of the 3 POA guys, anyone associated with them, loves to say that they're not about drama, right? They don't start shit, right? All right? Everyone starts it with them. Well, Laser Pants, right in You think he'd know better since the same thing happened to him by Viper Island. Truly despicable behavior. Once again, no one contacts me to find out my side of the story. What it is these guys in the 3POA, they don't like me. So they found a way to jump on me, and that's what they did. It's called the bully mentality, right? It's a wolf pack mentality. Awesome. But that's not the biggest thing. What really gets me is this guy, Dave Mira. I don't know him. I don't know if he listens to the channel or what. But when you read his comment, talking to Laser Pants, he says, look who showed up circling like vultures when there's new drama. The leading source of so much of it. Nobody wants this goof's opinion around here. And then he responds to Dave, sure, buddy, I'm the source. Haha. Thanks, by the way. All right. So what I wanted to point was this guy that I don't know if he listens to the channel or what, but he sees that they have become a drama channel. All right? It's not just me and people that might be associated with me that see them as a drama channel. So this is what I want to say. Laserpants saw me on a live stream yesterday, right? In the chat. He easily could have said, hey, punk, I'm sorry what I said, but he didn't. Chad at least manned up and said it. Now, I don't know Laserpants, and I'm not saying he's this fucking horrible person, but he is the first person that wants to get into the fucking drama. So this is what I have to say about that whole channel, that whole group of people. You guys say you're not a drama channel. You say you don't start shit. Well, here's what I have to say. You do. And everyone sees it. It's not just guys like me. Okay? So either admit you're a drama channel and just be a drama channel because it sells. Stop being a drama channel. But one way or another, stop lying to people saying that you don't start shit. You guys don't start drama because it's what you do. Chad at least issued an apology because he knew that he was in the wrong. Just do that. Don't even issue me a fucking apology. Just stop fucking being this drama. All right? Because we'll watch how you guys circle and attack someone over and over and over and over. And the fact you guys aren't even associated with fucking Shark News is a whole nother fucking thing. But hey, you guys do you, but everyone sees it. And this is just proof. It's not just guys like me that might say it. More and more people are. Now let's get to this next guy. These next two guys, well, I know one of them comes in here because someone told me they were here. And if you're friends with this guy, I just want you to know the type of person he fucking is. And this is Vil the Great. Like Vil the fucking Ohio State or something. He's live right now talking much shit. He sounds like someone who owns a van with no windows, driving around neighborhoods looking for children. Listen, you piece of shit. You're going to go around and throw out accusations or try and start fucking rumors that I am, and I'm not going to say it, a PDF file. You guys can put that together. That shows the piece of shit human being you are. All right? You can say whatever you want about me. You want to say I'm an asshole. I don't care. You could say you don't like the way I go about my stuff. You could say that my shit is fucking awful. I don't care. You start saying this about me or anyone, that shit that doesn't fucking go back. And this shows me you're a piece of shit human being. All right? People get their ass beat for stuff like this. And no one would care. No one would care. The fact that you go to this fucking length to say shit about me shows me exactly who you are as a person. And why you would say anything like this, I don't fucking get it. But you felt the need to. That's one guy. And then there's this guy here. Not the guy at the top. This guy here at the top, he's just asking what I'm trying to do. It's this abs guy. Okay? This is Av's guy. And I've seen him before. All right. And he says, and this is the one that I spoke about yesterday. He gives me PDF files vibes. Probably all his viewers are. That's all you guys. Notice they protect him in the Facebook groups. Sad that the predators, it's really small. Sorry that the predators think it's safe to be bullies. Yeah, Matthew, you're right. It's called slander. Now, I have said a lot of things about people that I don't like. I don't say shit like that. I've heard shit about people that people have said, hey, I've heard this. I've never talked about it. You know why? Because I don't know if it's fucking true. Because that shit that doesn't fucking go back. But that stuff this is the 3POA people. These are the fucking people that rally around them. But they're not a drama channel. They don't start shit. But this is all their people fucking circling. And again, I don't care if you don't like me and you want to say I'm an asshole. Now you are personally starting rumors or insinuating things that have no basis whatsoever.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And from Pop Blender, I'm at work. I'll tune in later. Anyway, take my money. Thank you very much, Pop Blender. I know the type of creator that I am. I know the fact that I speak my mind and I will say what I think. And I'm abrasive. Means I'm not for everyone. But to go around and say stuff like this, it's bad enough people are fucking, it's bad enough that I have Shark News, Artist Shark, whatever he is, spreading, literally blatant lying, and then you guys running with it because you don't like me. And you feel the need that, hey, you know what? If we can get this out, I don't know what you thought you were going to do. I don't know why anyone in their god fucking mind thought, hey, you know what? This is the guy that will fucking back down. What made anyone think that I won't come at them and have fucking proof? So believe me, if I had fucking proof on that, oh my God, I could run down the fucking receipts I have. When I say something about someone, I have fucking receipts. I can go on and on about it. Right? Drama's going to follow me because I am abrasive like I am. But I don't try and start it. But I also will say shit when I need to. Now we're going to get to this last guy. Now, this guy has been begging for me to say his name. I didn't even know who the fuck this guy was. I started getting screenshots of stuff that he would say about me in the 3POA. By name, by calling me Larry. I saw numerous things. And then, of course, I watch his stuff. And I go, oh, okay. I see exactly what this guy is. But I don't know who he is. I can't. His name sounds fucking familiar. And then I realized that I did talk about him one time. So one time I did talk about this guy. And on the way back from Joe Fast, I did mention his name. Well, I didn't mention his name. I mentioned his channel, his show. And again, I don't hide anything. So it's right here it's right here. So I'll show you. Just a reminder that I will not be on tonight, 6/24/2024 for Monday Night Toy Ramblings, as I will be driving back from Joe Fest. So why not tune in to Figure Reaction, where they will have our boys Hella Dope Toys, Ted and Aaron, on at 9 p.m. Head on over there. There's a link to it right there. You guys can go click it if you want to fucking follow it. I don't know why you would. All right. So now we have what he has to say about me. And he posted the same fucking thing. And with some song, Dumb Thought, I don't know what that is, you're pathetic. Clearly that's aimed at me. And unfortunately, the person that sent me the screenshot didn't get everything that he said. And said, I'll never understand some people's decisions to make such asshole level. And then I would love to know what he's. And the guy that sent me it did fucking. Hey, look, there he is. Is this Vil the Great? You're a piece of shit asshole. You want to fucking call me a fucking PDF file? You show me the type of person you are. And I just showed everyone the type of person you are. So you fucking come in here and you want to be like that, so be it. I want everyone to see the type of fucking rumors you want to spread about someone. I don't know who the fuck you are, nor do I give a shit. Other than you want to make lies up about me. Well, you can run back to your fucking 3POA fucking friends, and maybe you guys can all do a big fucking circle jerk and do whatever the hell you want. All right? So you want to fucking be in here, you're being here. But I just fucking showed everyone exactly what you fucking did. What you fucking said. Oh, look at this. And thank you. And that Top Goon, who I know is close with these guys. He even fucking tells them, with all due respect, you're being a garbage human being, do better. Thank you very much, not Top Goon. Again, you don't like my channel. You think it's garbage. I don't care. Say I have a garbage channel. Say I'm an asshole. Say you don't like the way I go about things. That's fine. I want to get back to Junkion Crafts Builds. So this guy has been mentioning my name and Bobby B's name a lot. Now, hey, I'm not going to speak for Bobby B. I'm going to let Bobby B speak for him fucking self. You want to take on that guy? Go ahead. Good luck on that. All right. So this guy has been mentioning my name numerous times. All I did was promote his fucking show because Ted and Aaron from Hello Toys were going to be on. And then come to find out that he's constantly saying shit about me. And he continues to. And I don't care. You want to say shit about me, go ahead. But you're going to do this, and then you won't even post a fucking apology saying how you were wrong. No, you just delete it. Well, I'm going to use your idol's words, Bobby Vala, to describe you. And as Bobby would call you, you're just a Vala ball gobbler. Because go watch your fucking shit. That's all you give a shit about. So you want to be that fucking person? Be that fucking person. All right? How about you don't run with something when it's a blatant lie? And then when you find out that it is, you just delete it. Talk about being a fucking coward. I will say it again. All my shit is left right up there. On Instagram and on YouTube. It just sits there. I don't delete content. I also won't run to something and blast someone out there because I just don't like them. But I know it's not a toxic group. They're not a drama group. No, they're not. No, not fucking toxic at all. Not about fucking drama. Drama sells. We all know it. That's why so many of you fucking watched yesterday. Right? So, well, quickly.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Plastic Fantastic, $5 super chat. Thank you. Lawrence is hyped, but it's killing your vibe, brother. Don't give 3PO any more attention. No. These were personal attacks against me. And then after this, I'm moving on. But just to go over it, this is what fucking Junkion wants to say and can't come back and fucking say anything. Can't just say, you know what? I was wrong. Maybe you shouldn't have said shit, considering all I did was fucking promote your channel. I promoted your show on the fucking same day that I normally go live. And then we have this guy, and I know I've seen this guy make comments before. Av something. Again, wants to call me a PDF file, and he said you guys all are too, and that you're protecting a predator. Now, you want to talk about slander? That's fucking slander. Now, I'm not fucking gonna go fucking hog wild. I'm not that fucking Sue guy. But I'm gonna point out exactly what you fucking do. And then back to our buddy Vil the Great here, implying that I drive around neighborhoods looking for children. Feel free to say that to my face if you ever see me somewhere. And then back to Laser Pants, one of the leaders of the 3POA, saying that they're not about drama. They don't start it, right? Well, this right here, and again, he was in a chat. He saw me. He easily could have said, hey, you know what? I apologize. I'm sorry I said that. I shouldn't have done that. You don't have to like me to not spread lies about me. There's a lot of people I don't fucking like. A fucking lot. But I don't spread lies about them. Oops. So hopefully now this can be all put to rest. They all jumped on something. They really wanted to get all this out. And well, this is what happened. They were so quick to try and take someone down that they don't like, that now they all look like a bunch of fucking fools. Now, as for the guy that called me out and said, you did this to yourself, Lawrence, and that's right. That's right. You know my name. Because I don't hide who I am. I'm really easy to find. As for that guy that they all wanted to rally behind, not only once has he removed his channel saying that it's been taken down by YouTube, now he's done it twice. And if anyone that followed Spectre Creator when he lost his channel, it doesn't just evaporate. There's still remnants of it. His is gone. And on the same day that his Instagram would go down, his Instagram is gone too. And I can tell you this, as I was being inundated with people sending me screenshots, I could only imagine when I went live and started blasting, and in the moment I showed the proof, how many people started messaging him. To the point that he just removed all his social media. Now, I'm sure there'll be a spin at some point, and I don't care. Because everyone that wanted to jump on it because, hey, finally we can rally cry behind someone we don't like, well, guess what? You guys all came out looking like fucking idiots. And how many of you met me in fucking person? There's people that actually vouch for the person that they've met. So, with all that said, I want to say we're going to end it here. If you want to hear my rant on Shark News, you can go over there. You can hear what I have to say. Again, Chad was the only one that put out an apology. Yes, from what I understand. His original post had 60 comments. His apology post, I think, has 16. But that's to be expected, right? That's to be expected. I used to really like Chad. I used to be good. I used to be friends with Chad. I used to chat with him a lot. And I'm not going to say anything about him, but I can tell you this. the amount of people that have commented and the amount of people that would message me, and then amount of people that have commented that what they have seen him turn into since he started associating with the 3POA is exactly what I had seen. And once again, if it's just me seeing something, then maybe it's just me. But when it's multiple people, that's when people have to start looking in the mirror and going, maybe it's us. All right? So if anyone really wants to, again, he has the spies here. The proof is all there. I'm just commenting on the stuff that was posted. All right? Because, well, I think I've explained and shown everyone enough times who I am. At least how I am as a creator. There are some people that don't think I'm honest. I don't know what to say. Anyway, let's say hi to the chat. There's 163 of you here right now. And, well, if there's 163 of you here, maybe some of you are new. First thing I want you to do is head over to Tony Figs right here. I just dropped a comment. All right, a link to his channel. Go over there, hit subscribe because he has about 29 more to hit 1,000. He still has to hit his watch hours, but he's pretty close to that. All right, so 29 people. Go over there, get him up to 1,000. All right, that's the least you can do if you're in here and maybe you're not used to being here. If you are here and you're new, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't, all right? Because it's pretty cool. I dropped 12 subscribers, I think, in those 2 hours because I was able to see exactly where I was. But the moment I came back on, it started adding up again. And thank you to everyone that did issue an apology to me. No one needed to, all right? But all I have to say is when somebody says something and there's no proof, it's best to do your due diligence to look and see, hey, look and say, hey, what is this other side of the story? Because it never had to get here. It never, ever had to get here. But it did. And again, I know who I am.
Fun fact of the day, Roman has never defecated in the house.
Okay. So, let's go to the chat and say hi. And, well, I don't know if I can say hi to everyone right now. Man, trying to scroll all the way to the back. I should probably start starring all these people here. Man, oh man, a lot of you guys here. Whew. Man, I probably shouldn't try and scroll all the way back, but let's. Oh, we made it here. Okay, so we have Dustin. Here it is. Dustin Blair is here. Ken from Toy Connection. Aaron the Toy Hanser. Stanley Everhart. We have Johnny Reno. Mr. Mad Gus. PNC is here. Gun Bunny Customs. We have Francis Brady. Same time Toys. You are a Clown 57. There's a lot more that came in here. We have Woody 222. Eric Thurman is here. Shark Eyes, a Toy View. We have Frostbite, G.I. Joe, a Repro, another great channel. Let's see here. I thought there'd be more here. Machine Man is in the house. Richard Burns. There's no way I'm getting through everyone today. I do apologize. G.I. Bro, who has the biggest guns in the classified community. Derek Holloman is here. Chris Dean Mendoza is here. Plastic and Fantastic. Todd C. Not Top Goon. Thank you for joining. Again, thank you. I told you didn't need to apologize, but thank you. You don't ever have to apologize on someone else's behalf. But I do appreciate what you said. Plastic Skulls is here. Snow Wolf is in the house. We have Beardy McBeardis, and I do like that name. It's just pretty cool. I can never grow up beard. Darth Burke is in the house. Oh, my goodness. I like to shout out as many people as possible. Matthew Matson, my first moderator. I believe he was the first person in the live chat to begin with. We have Krusty O'Crow, another great friend of mine who I met at Joe Fast, who can kind of vouch for the type of character that I may or may not be. Nolan, which makes us Toy Tube official 80s Toy Boy, is here. Ted Darklaw, if you haven't checked out Hella Dope Toys, go over there. And while you're there, you buy something and use code APWT. It's actually right down there. You get 10% off your entire order. That's right, the whole entire order. We have a 17 decimal. We're just going to leave it at that. One day I got to find out exactly how it is supposed to be pronounced. We have Baldy Locks reviews in the house. As we know, he has also been attacked for some of this stuff that he didn't do. Cobweb Collector. We have Die Hard at 3 points. APWT. I just subscribed yesterday after watching your last live yesterday. I've been watching you a while, but always on the peripheral. Thanks for the content. Thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. Again, I don't want to be drama, but when someone is going to spread lies about me, make up rumors, I'm definitely going to address it. Payne's Toy Sample is in the house. We have a Sabir. I don't want to ruin your last name. down North. Pretzel John is here. We have Viper Scout who loves drama. Black Genghis. Wraith Mace is in the house. I think I'm going to have to stop. I'm just kind of scrolling through everyone. But this is how I make it through. This is how I make it. A says 3PO is garbage. I'm not even going to say they're garbage. It's you guys get to decide what you want. I'm never going to ask somebody not to watch someone else's stuff, but you need to decide what you want. Don't pay attention to those fools, man. Grown men who act like middle school kids is pretty ridiculous. Moses Guillen, thank you very much. I do have to agree, and some people might say that I'm acting that way, but there comes a point that you do have to you have to stick up for yourself. If I don't stick up for myself, who's going to stick up for me, right? We have Len is in the house. We have GG78. I say Gigi. I almost finished with Gigi Allen. Jay Astro who has jumped in. We have Jay Alicia. I'm bad with words. Words are hard. We did say hi to Pop Blender already, but I can always say hi to Pop Blender once again. You are a clown. I think I already said that one. All right. Well, we're going to call it a day. If you have, if I missed you, normally I go through. I normally don't have this many, and I normally don't wait this long right at the beginning, but I did. So quickly here.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Aaron the Toy Enhancer with the $9.99 super chat. Toy money for Punk. I think you meant Punk. To blow off some steam after the hard weekend of bullshit. Well, it is greatly appreciated. And yes, it was a weekend of bullshit. And then, of course, when this comes in.
Welcome to the Creamery.
Plastic Skulls has gifted 5 Punk with toy memberships. And they went to Not Top Goon, Stanley Haynes, Krusty Old Crow, Francis Brady, and Machine Man. So thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. Anyone that becomes a channel member, anyone that donates a super chat, anything that someone might do, it is greatly appreciated. Okay. What am I missing? Anyway, let's get into this because, yeah, so many different things. But yeah. And if anyone else left a comment, super chats, donated, I apologize for not seeing it. Like I said, I'm normally not at this point where I get so much stuff. What do you, buddy? You want to sit here? My co-host. Let's shut the door. Come on, buddy. Want to say hi to everyone? Fucker. Say hi. Say hi. I love you. All right? All right. There you go. Here's your seat. Now let's get into the actual weekend. So up until, I don't know, maybe 2 o'clock yesterday, I had a pretty good weekend. I got to watch Michigan win. Michigan football. Somehow they won. I'm not really exactly sure, considering they threw for like 37 yards, but they did beat USC, the number 12th ranked team in the country. I don't know if they really are. I don't know if Michigan's really ranked where should be ranked where they are. But I got to do that. And then I got to take some pictures. And of course, I was distracted by a few different things. A Dreadnought, I thought it was 36. I mean, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll issue an apology. How about that? It's going to be hard because I'm going to start saying, like, let's see, we have Sherlock who has jumped in. We have Surveillance Port, who I didn't say. And then we have another one quickly here.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Cobweb Collector. Never had to meet you in real life, just through genuine conversations. Know you're a good dude. Everyone else that knows that is all that matters. And, you're absolutely correct. And I appreciate it because, again, I've made some wonderful, wonderful friends throughout this. And a lot of them I haven't met. And, again, as we know, people aren't always what they see. But I give you exactly, what I am is exactly what I am. So all I can say is thank you to everyone for the kind words, the support that you guys gave me. So, all right. So if you've been watching the channel, you can see I did drop the review on this figure. I believe I was the second behind Krusty O'Crow. Crow, I apologize for her blowing right by yours. It's just when you're in the algorithm. This figure is a really good figure. Is she perfect? No. Are her face sculpts absolutely great? Yes. I have not been able to get the head off of this neck here to try and put it on Lady J because I just haven't. But I have a feeling it's going to fit. I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone else do it. And then I also dropped the Aces of Aviation video. Jolly Rogers. I was not super impressed with the figure, especially for the price that it was. But nonetheless, it's a good-looking figure. And the equipment that he comes with, I can understand why he's a higher-priced figure. But there was a lot left to be desired when it came to actual figures. So go check out those reviews if you haven't. As for this week, tomorrow, I should have the Halo Jumper. And then at some time, I would assume this week or maybe early next week, I will have the Mythic Legions or the figure Obscura Frankenstein's monster. And yes, I broke down and I did order it. I broke down and I ordered it. I shouldn't have, but I really wanted it because it really looked that good. Woody says, I like that sniper figure so much I bought 4 more. I hope you use my code on Amazon if that's what. Oh no, who had them? Oh, Paul's is the only one that has them right now, isn't it? Yeah, I think Paul's is the only one that's shipping them, which is odd because you would think that these would start showing up fairly soon, and they haven't. And I know we got a bunch of back orders, at least from Paul's, that they started pushing back all the other stuff, like. That people already have. So it's like, all right, well, what is it? Like, where are they at? But yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to read some of the comments. Usually I'm more up to date, but I got 155 people in here. And I just need to go through all of this stuff here. So anyway, if you probably saw the pics that I dropped on Instagram and on the Facebook group page, and to the people who said, hey, thank you, your photography is getting better. It's all due to the iPhone. Sometimes the iPhone catches a great picture. I just happen to be in the right spot and hit the button. But I've had a blast doing it. I want to say thank you to the Toy Sorceress who joined me on Thursday with a friend. So that completed having all of Toy Habits on there. I had Michael on a little while back. I want to say thank you to Oz and all of those guys for having me on the Clubhouse. And I want to say thank you to the next guy that I'm going to have on Thursday with a friend. But rather than just say his name, I'm going to play a little commercial from him.
Idiots! Incompetent buffoons! What is it now, Commander? Consummate morons, incapable of coherent thought! Are you watching that show again? Yes. Why didn't you just watch Pop Blender and Matthew's discussions, news, reviews before the show came out? Whether you agree or disagree, the perspectives provide enough context to know if the show or movie is worth your time or not. Yes, I know. I will not miss another Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central on Pop Blender's channel. Be more than once a man by watching Pop Blender and Matthew talk about pop culture news, discussions, and reviews on Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. And now you know. Televiper, be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe so we do not miss another episode, and hit that bell notification.
All right, so if you weren't able to figure that out, Pop Blender will be my guest this Thursday on Thursday with a Friend. I am looking forward to it. I met him at Joe Fest, and we chatted a good amount. The guys that are in here a lot, I spend a lot of time with them, so please check it out. I know a lot of people really do like that show, and I'm very proud of that show. I've gotten to know people, and I really feel like you guys have gotten to know the people too. So, all right. So I already mentioned I got the links. There's merchandise. So if you want to support the channel, the best way to support the channel, you can buy some merchandise. There's links in the description. If you're ordering Amazon, just click one of my links and then order everything. And it all helps out. Entertainment Earth, A Punk, 10% off. And then obviously, my number one sponsor, Hella Dope Toys. Use my code APWT and you get 10% off. But you'll hear that a bunch of times because I'll eventually play the commercial because it's just fun. All right. Okay. So now let's get to the Hate Watch segment that I kind of started last week. And we're going to look at the thumbs down that I've gotten on some of my reviews and videos. And it's always very interesting. So here we go. Many of you don't realize that you still can get a thumbs down. And I just think it's amazing that people will actually watch something when they don't like the person. We already saw a bunch of these people in the chat tonight. They're probably still here. I don't know if anyone was blocked or banned because I really wasn't watching their stuff, but I am glad at least one of the assholes was here that I could address him. Because I know a lot of people think like, hey, they won't say anything. If you're going to fucking post it somewhere, you better be damn well for someone to fucking read it. So anyway, the Aces of Aviation, I have 92. Look at that. 4 dislikes from Aces of Aviation. Now, sometimes you wonder, like, are you thumbs downing it because it isn't a good product or is it because it's not a good video? Now, when you have 2 or 3 in every one, it's kind of like, oh, I wonder who they were. And then you see these people in your chat and you're like, oh, it must be some of them. And then we have, look at this, Action Marine. 20 thumbs down. But why do people, do they dislike, some must dislike the figure. Others must just dislike the fact that I did something. But to have 20, that's fucking big. That's huge. That might be my biggest one. And I think we did 4 here. So anyway, let's go to the lives. And we have an extra live this week. All right. So we're going to start with, we do have the Clubhouse. Wow, 3 dislikes in the Clubhouse. Probably when I don't even know when I ranted on about that. Toy Sorceress got none. Thank you guys for not giving Toy Sorceress any thumbs down. She was great, and I'm really glad for it. The copyright strike, look at 11. I'm assuming that is 11 fans of Shark News or the 3POA. One or the other. But the fact that there was 11 people, and let me just tell you, 2,200 views on that yesterday. It's already my biggest or my most watched live. And then, oh wow, I've already got 4 dislikes today. That's awesome. 4 dislikes on this video. Thank you all for the engagement. So that is the segment of the hate watches. The hate watch segment. That's this. Hey, I know everything I do is pretty raw. Right? That's just how I am. Quickly, let's say hi to a Wellham screen who's jumped in here. Hello, Punk with Toys, and greetings to all in chat. I already heard about all this BS. Toys rule, drama rules. Spoken like a true elementary kid. But if you've seen a Wellham, he is not the size of an elementary kid. I thought, man, I was blown away by how he's a big motherfucker. Fatred has joined us. What is this, The Pit? I thought this was a regular Monday show. Well, it is in some ways. Model Misfit has joined us. I know some of you have. Dreadnought K9. I just want to say hi to everyone. And then we have a JLS comments. 103 comments, though. Nice. Yeah. Well, let me just say, the past now over 24 hours, I have just been answering question after question. It's been exhausting. It's been exhausting. But you know what? It's all worth it, right? I mean, I'm doing something that I enjoy doing, and that's what really matters. I know people say, don't let the haters hate. Don't let them get... You have to address things. And I hate to bring it back, but, So quickly, I know a lot of you guys already subscribed to Tony's Figs. He's one of the best customizers. He needs 25 more to hit that 1,000. So here we're going to drop it one more time because there's 162 of you. So don't tell me 162 of you are already subscribed to Tony's Figs. Get over there, just click that link, hit subscribe, and then come back here. And then when we're done, go watch all his stuff because he needs to hit that 4,000 watch hours. And we can easily do it. Okay. So if people are wondering about the topic, it's not really about changing the channel. Oddly enough, this whole BS came up, right? This whole bullshit, came up with Shark News after I had talked about this, and it has nothing to do with that. The whole idea of the channel changing is to ask you guys what you like to see change, maybe what you like to add. And we'll talk about this at the end because I really do think you have to constantly be evolving in anything that you do, right? And I don't want to stay stagnant, all right? I've said numerous times, my job is not to make anyone not watch someone else's content. It's to make you tune in and watch my content. And that's all that I want. And I want to hear if you guys have any ideas that you'd like to see in my reviews, my Thursday with the Friends. I don't know if I want to do any more live streams on a regular basis, but if there was something that you might want to see. So we'll talk about that. So, I have my pen and paper, so I'll be writing down some ideas that you guys may throw out there. So stick around for the next, it won't go 2 hours. All right, Ed, I promise you, I won't get to the topic 10 minutes before midnight. I can't make that promise. All right, lots of toy news. Let's get into this. D-Griff says, I appreciate everyone that does live feeds about toys. It's great to hear people talk about a hobby I love. Some people downvote because that's just the nature of the beast that is the general public. No, and I fully get that. And as we've said before, even a thumbs down is still, it's still engagement. So, all right. And when Ryan Sweeney jumps in, well, you know what we got to do.
We're talking about frickin' toys here. They're toys.
Do you really want me to have Travis on? Is that what you're... Oh, you said... Oh, I thought you were just a clown. All right, okay. And like Stanley Haynes, be yourself, do what you like. It's your channel, rock. No, and I no, it's not about. I am going to do what I want, but it is nice to reach out and hear what other people might like to see. And again, I think in any walk of life, that's you're giving content and you have ideas, and what may or may not work, but you may hear something. Someone may give you an idea like, hey, have you tried doing this in the reviews? It kind of, no one does this, and I was hoping like if someone were doing like stuff like that. All right, but let's get into some toy news because there actually is a lot, and a little bit of Masters of the Universe. And we have this guy. Someone from my Masters guys, tell me what's the name of this guy? What Mattel and 20 years ago, I may have done it. 20 years ago, I may have. These days, no, the muscle that I have is just a pile of muscle. Demon or Demo Man, thank you very much. I knew what it was, I just couldn't remember. Figures like this that I'm seeing from Mattel Creations, for the Origins, this makes me like, oh my God, I wish I would have sold off all those figures. But the fact of the matter is, I did. So I'm not going to go back, but I still think these look really good. And I want to say in the past year and a half, 2 years, they have really started just kicking ass with what's a $20 figure. Started off as a $15 figure. I think they're up to $20 now, maybe $18. The Origins line, and even now the Filmation Origin line, they just look so good for what they give you. All right. There is limited articulation, but you're not paying a lot, but it fits in with that line. And these things look really good. And this is no different. This definitely makes me say, man, I shouldn't have sold all those figures. Oz, you want to send me back those figures? You want to send me back all those figures that I sold you? And then I got to get with someone else and get all the other figures. Allison Troy has jumped in here. Demo Man is 100% epic. I know nothing about him. I just think he looks pretty damn badass. Now, again, I'm glad I sold off my collection because I don't feel the need to jump into this, especially when I know Operation Monster Force is coming, and, well, that's going to hurt. But all in all, this is a really good-looking figure. I just think that what Motu is doing with the Origins line still, even though it's dead, according to Creator Spectre, they do the best that they can with what they're given to do. And I think it's awesome. Baldy's getting 12 of them. Well, are you going to put it in a Target bag, and then maybe the Motu News will run with it, saying that he got these at Target? But anyway, good looking figure. I'm glad for the Motu people that they're still getting stuff, because just like the Star Wars Retro, I know I watched a video this week where someone said, they're trying to make stuff look like it's vintage and it doesn't work. Well, I'm happy for those people that are able to get this stuff because I think this is actually really cool. All right. And again, we've seen the retool. We've seen these weapons used before. I know I have the mace. Is Mace Spikor? Who's the mace with? Oh, Mace is with Pigman, I think. And the sword was with was at least with Fangor. Who I did get rid of Fangor. Man, Fangor was a really good figure. Oh, and then his sculpt was really good. So, and did I say hi to Payne's toy samples? I don't think that I did. I gotta say hi to Payne. Again, I feel bad that I didn't say hi to everyone that is here. So here's how he looks. He has 3 different heads. So go ahead, order 3. I don't know why you need another Skeletor head. Am I missing something? Is there something in the lore that Skeletor at some point looks like this guy? I'm not sure. But either way, good figure. Here's the back art. You got Keldor over there. So I'm gonna have to ask the guys on this Saturday. What is the story behind him? Because there's two different figures. There's a Soul Keeper. So, all right. And here's everything. You better look at them. So, I just kind of like them just with the skeletons. I think that wouldn't look that bad. It'd be better if he glowed in the dark, right? All right. McFarlane, and I have to say this. I'm not sure if Alice and Troy could exaggerate enough to make it seem like her list isn't real, because there is a lot of Batman. A lot of Batman this week. Because it's like Batman Day or something. But as we know, in Club McFarlane, it's always Batman Day. And let's say hi to Graf, who has come back to the channel. And I want to say thank you. I think you were honest with what you said to me. And then Todd C., who is always supporting me. And I have to say thank you very much. All right. So here's Batman with wings and a chest plate. So this is, I guess, this would be even cooler if it was made out of foam, like the old G.I. Joe ones that didn't survive, that are worth like thousands of dollars. And here's Brick something and Greg Archer saying, "I'm back too, baby." You're supposed to say, "Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back." And Clint says Graf was joking. He never left. It was hard to tell. And again, all the shit that's going on, it's like, maybe he hasn't been here for a while. Who knows? Anyway, you have a backdrop for it. He has his grappling hook. Again, another Batman from McFarlane, which is, everyone is expected. I really do think, as of late, his figures are starting to look better. Like he's figuring something out. There's always going to be something weird about them. I think he likes being weird like that, and that is awesome. But I don't think this looks bad. But again, I don't know how many. Again, there should always be Snake Eyes and Wolverine and Captain America, and there should always be Batman and Superman. But so many, so many. Charlock says it's like the old Kenner Batman line with all the variants. Yeah, even they're probably going, "Hey, Todd, Uncle Todd, how about we just back up a little bit, right? I'm not Batman for the week, all right?" But it is a good-looking figure. All right, you can take it all off, and here you go, and you have Batman, and it looks like he has a soft goods cape right there. And I'm glad that he's going more with soft good capes. I think that it is time that Hasbro maybe starts doing the same thing, start investing in those soft good capes. If McFarlane can do it at the price point, I think that they should be able to also. Hold on one second, because I got to yell at someone. All right, just had to yell at my dog. Boba Fett Gaming asks, why is it still pinned elbows and knees? Because McFarlane doesn't seem to know what pinless is. When Shartimus Prime asked him, he acted like he had no idea what pinless was. I don't know if he's ever going to do it. It's going to have to come to a point that, you know what, it's easy to do for everyone. I mean, it is easy, but I don't know why he won't. And I don't even mind pins. His are just so fucking big. They're giant. But yeah. But I do like the way the cape sets. I mean, I think it is a good looking figure. It is a good looking Batman. So, if you want a bat glider, there you go. I actually like the packaging too. I think the packaging actually looks really, really good. Thanos Copter said McFarlane does plenty of pinless. They just don't articulate. Very good point from Thanos Copter. And if you're not following Thanos Copter on Instagram, you need to head over there and do so. And he will be a guest soon on Thursday with a Friend. I believe November 17th. Mad Rick, I can't buy more DC McFarlane. Those proportions are awful. It's not only are they awful compared to Hasbro, they're sometimes awful compared to their own line. That's what's crazy. And I left the blank page there. So here we have the everyone was like, you know what I need? I need a black and gold Batman. Well, we got you. All right, Todd has you, man. Uncle Todd, he's like, I got you. Black and gold Batman without a soft goods cape. But he's got a sweet old axe. But yeah, Graph. I don't know. You know me and my research. All right, I go through it and I copy and paste it. He's Batman. I actually like the colors. I like the black and gold. Like aesthetically, it is very pleasing. But I don't need a Batman like this. Make a new Spawn character that uses, this color. I think it would be pretty damn cool, right? I think it would look good. You already have the buck. All you gotta do is get rid of the ears, right? Get a new head and get rid of the symbol. But I do like this. And Impossible Pie says, doesn't everyone need a black and gold Batman? I don't have one, and now I feel like I need one. But here's everything that he does come with. Isn't very much, but if you needed your black... Someone's buying this stuff. I keep saying it. Like, who's buying this? But his figures are the ones that are constantly on the pegs, constantly circulating, right? Vanderbilt Batman. Is he their new mascot? Oh my God. Black King says, like the classic Kenner black and gold figure. You don't have to do them all. You don't have to do them all. Anyway, there you go. If you need a black and gold Batman, he's there for the taking. And this is he must be like is he a vampire? Because it looks like there's bats and there's blood and red. I don't know. It just dawned on me that he's Batman and he has bats around him. But it's the red that makes me think that he's some sort of vampire. His teeth look like it, right? All right, and then we have another Batman with an unarticulated ace. Now, I think it's awesome that he's giving you an animal companion, but man, after what the Classified team has done with theirs, people don't want a statue animal. Right? I think it's safe to say. But you do get this. I do think this actually looks good. It has a nice soft cape. Again, I think his soft capes look really good, at least from the promo pictures. And even the dog looks good, except for you're never going to be able to change it. And I think that's something that people like doing, even though changing like Junkyard and Timber, they're not the easiest to get posed, right? They can kind of be a pain. Greg Archer says that he likes this one. I like this Batman too. I do think it looks good. But let's be honest, he shouldn't have any issues with a Batman. He should never fuck up a Batman. He's done them so many times. There's no reason why a Batman should ever leave that factory that doesn't look good, right? Francis Brady says, I have my joint animal companions in their own little area. They seem happy. I kind of like that. I got to do that, I think I got to maybe break out some of the Lincoln logs and create like a little barrier. But then I got to do a whole new thing for all my ninjas if I break off the Lincoln logs. But I kind of like that idea. Separate them from Fiona. J Solo Arts has jumped in. Hello, everyone. Just got the kid to bed. Well, good luck with that. And 3-star says, there should never be a bad McFarlane Batman the same way there should never be a bad Hasbro Snake Eyes. You know, unpopular opinion, I don't think that the Classified has made a bad Batman or a bad Snake Eyes yet. Even the movie Snake Eyes is actually a pretty good figure and looks good. The movie was just dog shit, like Aces. And contrary to popular belief, I actually think Desert Snake Eyes looks pretty damn good. And then we have Batman Beyond. I absolutely love the Batman Beyond series. I love the movie. That, again, that's probably my favorite Batman movie, to be 100% honest. 89 Batman probably still takes it, but I love the Batman Beyond movie, Return of the Joker. And the extended cut where you actually see the Joker get electrocuted is even better. But anyway, these are different than the ones that I have. I don't know if the whole figure is different. It looks like it has a whole new buck, different wings. Here's how the wings look in the back. So they're going to articulate just up and down, but they don't look like they do anything else. So that's a little disappointment, but yeah. And Oz says, yes, this one I would get. Nolan says, very underrated. And I think most people agree with that. I've said on this show numerous times. I'm saying this. When I say something, I just want people to know I say it because someone said I never say anything good about a certain person that I don't like. And I'm like, that's not true, that I don't say good things about his product. And there's only 3 people that should ever be Batman. Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson, and Terry McGinnis. And only Terry McGinnis because he comes well after Bruce Wayne can't be Batman. But Bruce will always be Batman because Bruce is his alter ego. Anyway, he does come with a card and he comes with a batarang in his. He doesn't come with a batarang to throw though. What is it? Super 7 shit? Anyway, you guys probably have 1,000 batarangs if you collect this stuff. Oh my God, Christine Mendoza says, never saw Batman Beyond. Do yourself a favor and watch it. Do not watch Return of the Joker first because you'll be confused. Watch Batman Beyond. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised and be happy with Terry McGinnis being Batman and understand how he becomes Batman and why he's Batman. This Batman Beyond is the movie that DC should do with Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne, as his mentor. That's the movie they should have done, not The Flash. There's so much promise in this, and it could be in an alternate universe and no one would care because it'd be so far in the future. Allison says, but watch the Joker stuff because McFarlane will eventually make all these Jokers. These will all be Jokerized eventually. Anyway. And then we have another Batman because you can never have enough Batman. And he looks good. Have no problem with how he looks. As a matter of fact, if he was smaller, this might be a pretty good buck to turn into a military figure. The armor and everything. Maybe you can create a group for Sergeant Rock because I can't imagine Sergeant Rock, this poor guy here, he's going to have too many companions. I don't see McFarlane making too many companions for him. I know he won't make any female companions for him. That's for sure. Another soft, good cape, which looks good, right? It does look really good. So, and here's everything that he does come with. All right. And that is the end of McFarlane. What I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to take a break. I'm going to leave you with a message from our sponsors. And, we're just going to start with I'm going to give you the first commercial that I had.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Mossman, what are you doing back here? Oh, you see, so Skeletor, he had to go to the grocery store. He had to go buy more barbecue Pringle chips. And so he's put me in charge here for a little bit. In charge of y'all. He said, man, Mossman, I have to go to the grocery store, so I need to put you in charge of Snake Mountain. Mwahahahaha. Yes, that's Skeletor. That's Skeletor. Right. Skeletor said since I was in charge, I could use the credit card and maybe go online and buy some action figures for myself. Oh, some action figures sound kind of nice. Yes. Maybe we can go to Big Ben. Yeah, Beastman, we don't say that around here. We go to helldopetoys.com. They have the best prices in town, and they ship everything in one business day. One business day, Beastman. That means I buy it, and it comes to my house super fast, and they pack it all real nice. So when I go to do my YouTube reviews for my 5 subscribers, I'll be like, oh, look at this minty fresh packaged box that I got from helldopetoys.com. So what are we waiting for, y'all? Let's go get that credit card and head on over to helldopetoys.com right now before they run out of all the good stuff.
And why do I have this on here? That's not supposed to be there. Why do I have this on here? And please use code APWT for a 10% discount for Matthew Madsen, because that video has pretty much assured that I will never have a sponsorship from Big Bad Toy Store. But it's just too good. It's just too good not to play. When Mossman says, no, we don't say that word around here. We got Held Up Toys. And they ship in one business day. One business day. You'll never not say that. And all my friends that watch Jim Rome, he has Jim Rome Tourette's, and he talks about saying stuff. You guys now are coming down with Punk's Tourette's. I'm just going to steal everything from Jim Rome. I'm just not going to lie about it. I'm just going to tell, hey, I'm just stealing shit from other people. That's how you create a brand. You take from other people things that they like. So have the Punk's Tourette's where you're saying stuff. Because I say one business day all the damn time. Or, oh no. Oh no. That is all of it. Todd says, I bought BBTS only sponsored YouTubers with 25,000 subs or something like that. Yes, and a lot of people are buying subs to get up there so they can do it. A lot of people want that. I will not buy subs because buying subs is stupid. Buying those views, you know what? Man, don't even get me started on that shit. Anyway, now let's get into some other stuff. And we got a little bit of higher for you, and that is Contra. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't expecting these. And these look pretty cool. All right. They're $50 each. And they come with an all right amount of accessories. But they could have been more because High is usually doing $70, $80 figures. Will R says Jim Rome got punked. I'm not going to lie. That guy, and to a lesser extent, Dan Patrick is a lot of the stuff. A lot of the stuff that I use a lot of the stuff that I've heard them talk about. I'm not going to lie. All right. I've taken, maybe one day I'll go through the things that I've taken from people. But again, I try not to do the exact same thing, and I don't try to take everything from someone. But anyway, let's get to these figures here. These are cool. And everyone remembers Contra. And everyone remembers the up, down, down, left, right. Select start? Is that what it was? Oh no, I forgot the AB. But yeah, these are actually pretty cool. I can see a lot of people picking these up. Is that gun warped? I hope it's just a picture because I don't need more warped. I don't need more warped stuff. Christine said 99 lives. Is that what it was? All I know is you weren't gonna run out of them anytime soon, right? But these are good. These might really fit well with your the Jada Street Fighter figures, right? I think that's what a lot of people might be using them for. I don't know how well they'll fit with G.I. Joe. They're very, very like cartoony, video gamey, and that's understandable because that's where they come from. But I think that a lot of people are going to like these. But I guess we'll have to see. Did anyone order any of these? Did anyone pre-order these? I still haven't had a higher figure to know what the quality is, what it feels like, especially these 6-inch figures. I know I've watched Yojo Jerk and Toy Games before, and I know they got the Rambo figure, and they really, really liked it. Contra figures look good, lots of fun accessories. Yep, we'll get to the accessories. Here, look at this. Now, if I am correct, the S and the C are from the video game. So I like that. I like that aspect of it. To me, this is really fun. I don't know if I like the $50 price point, but again, it's not the $80 price point that I would have thought from Haya. So $100, you can get both these figures, and you can't buy one and not have the other. And Trent5 says it's that Schwarzenegger guy from Contra. Is that? Yeah. But we need the heads. That was the first thing Tony said. He's like, I need an Arnold and a Sly head. And you're damn right. So some cool blast effects. Again, I'm okay with the gun because let's be honest, these aren't anything realistic. And then we have his partner. I do not know their names. I could have looked it up. Yep, they were Arnie and Sly. Says you, Larry, I'll buy one if I want to. You're absolutely right. It's like it's like those heathens, those monsters that buy Tomax but not Zaymot, or vice versa, and just leave the other one on the peg. That's why one was clearanced. One was always discounted, but the other one wasn't. Just Jeff, blue guy and red guy. That's good enough names for me. Do they have names, or is that what their names are? Oh man, Rush and Attack. No, Rush and Attack was a video game, was it not? Or was that their names? I don't know. But again, fun looking figures. I like the video game aspect of it. I do like the fact that we could use it with the Street Fighter. How well do they articulate? How well are they compared to the Street Fighter? That's a whole other story. I think we all agree that anyone that's had the Street Fighter know that those figures are way better than they deserve to be, and that they should be. So, Bill and Lance. Chip and Dale Warrior. I know he spelled. I know he must be moving too fast. I think you meant Chip and Dale, but I like Chip and Dale Warriors. But yeah, I do think you're right. That is Bill and Lance, isn't it? So anyway, SH Figuarts dropped Zod. I don't know what Zod is. I know he looks pretty damn cool. I know he looks pretty damn cool and pretty damn menacing. And if this is something that you want, I still have not had an SH Figuarts. It's something I eventually have to get. But holy crap, this guy is really cool. Oh boy, yeah. Read Berserk, Larry. What the hell is Berserk? Anyway, I don't care. He's a cool ass looking action figure. That's what I'm going to tell you guys, right? I don't need to know what he's from. All right. This is something I steal from Robo. Sometimes things just look really fucking cool. And I got to say exactly what, like, hey, this is awesome. Berserk, Bleach, all the same fucking. Hey, Berserk, Bleach. That's what I usually call. You know, I go into Target. I'm like, hey, where's your Berserk at? What's Berserk? You know that stuff that kills germs? Berserk. Y'all have it. But this is just cool. Like I said, I don't need to know what it's from. It's kind of cool to know some of the stuff, and I know some people say, but I like to be interactive and have you guys tell me exactly what it is. Brick says, dark as fuck, but it'll help you work through your trauma and give you more. Okay. I thought you were telling me about this. And I don't care anymore. But got some soft goods on it. I didn't really see the price, or maybe I wasn't paying attention. But I did look. I didn't see the price. All in all, this thing is cool. And if you have Conan, you can have Conan fight this guy. And imagine the photography, the photos that might come out from some of these actual. Oh, you were telling me about it. Brick says he was telling me. And he's yelling at me. He's like, I was telling you about this. But yeah, someone order this, and I want to see pictures fighting Conan. And then someone take Conan's head off and put it on one of the Contra figures because it's Arnold's face. So, but yeah, that is badass. That is super cool. How many of you are getting this? I'm just going to guess that Thanos is getting it. Brick is probably on the fence. Ooh. Francis Brady says $130. Thank you very much. I'm not surprised. It's a big hulking figure. I think they said it's 10 inches tall. So thank you very much. I really couldn't find it. But yeah. And it looks like it has some pretty sweet articulation. No pins, guys. No pins. But you can see exactly how big he is. So, again, to me, 130 is expensive. But again, I spent 130 or 120, 115 on Mezco Snake Eyes. I think, again, it's what you're into. Brick something says, you got my number, Larry. On the fence, spent too much for Frankenstein's creatures this weekend. But, You didn't buy more than one Frankenstein's creature, did you, though? I hope not. And you guys are going to Legion's Con, too, man. You guys are. Oh, my God. Good luck. But this shot looks amazing. Again, I love the photography that some of these guys do. Or what the photoshopping, whatever you want to call it. Charlotte says, yeah, that prices me out. I've got a gridiron addiction to feed. I truly have no problem when someone says, hey, you know what, $130 is, it's just out of my price range. It's too much for me to spend on an action figure. I have no problem with it. I really hate when people like $130 for an action figure. I'm not going to do that. That's ridiculous. It's just, there's different quality between figures. And of course, when there's a lot less being produced on like classified, that's the reason why you do it. And Killa says Mezco worth it. I would agree. Or else I wouldn't be buying them. They're not perfect though. And I am disappointed in some. All right. Mafex. Still don't have a Mafex either. One day. And we have A-Train. And I have to say this figure looks really good. Like his head sculpts, I think they nailed it, man. It looks really good. Now he doesn't come with very much. But like he looks like he is pulled right off of The Boys, which I am I'm cool with. And if I was a Boys fan, I would definitely be all into this Mafex line because I think they've done a really good job. Better than what we've seen Neca doing, right? I don't think the Neca is really that good. And Greg Archer says +1 for Mafex. Well, they're about to get a +2 soon. Yeah, I have to get that. I know you guys. You guys spend my money. Spend my money like my kids want to spend my money. Just Jeff says, or Black Superman, or Black Suit Spider-Man. I don't even know where Black Superman came from. So, if you can actually get him in this, I've tried, like, any pose like this, I feel never tends to work. Now, maybe with a Mafex articulation, it'd be easier. I would love to try it. So, and then he comes with, that's the stuff he was taking, right? If I remember correctly, that's the stuff that he was taking. I did watch the first couple seasons. Haven't watched the last season. I kind of got bored with all the just gore. But again, these face sculpts look amazing. This one is awesome too. I don't know how you don't pose this like for at least like a week when you get it. Here's the two different head sculpts that you're going to see. You get the smiley one. See, I would like the stoic face better, but I think it might be like when that the Mezco Destro came in. I'm like, that smiley face I'm never going to use, and that's the one that I use the most because it is awesome. And he does come with a bag and then his drugs. So you're not going to get very much for this or with this. And then we get this guy. Compound V. Thank you very much. All right. I absolutely love Age of Apocalypse. Now, I will readily admit, I don't fully remember it. I loved it while I was reading it. I love the characters. X-Men became one of my favorite characters. One of my favorite characters in comics. I was so glad that after Age of Apocalypse, they made it so he came over. The fact that they said this is what Cable would be if he didn't have the disease. And you actually got to see how powerful Cable would have been, or is actually, technically is. He's always trying to save, he's always keeping himself together. And I do think that the Marvel Legends one is a decent look. There's not too much to him. But if you want an X-Man, a Nate Gray, here he is. And I think this looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I was on the fence to look at this being like, I can see myself getting this. I just worried that it's a road that I go down that I don't want to go down. I love the eye. They do a marvelous job with that. Just the way they make it look. The whole screaming face, it's way better than any Duke screaming head I've ever seen. Probably better than the Mezco one that we'll get to. Cobra Commander says, I don't think these action figures are worth $130, but that doesn't mean I won't buy one. I don't think my night in Hong Kong was worth it, but I still spent money. Are these $130? Okay, so yeah. So Matthew is saying most are $60 if you get them from overseas retailers, and shipping isn't that bad. I didn't think they were that much. I didn't think they were $130. And if they are, I would agree. I think to me that is a little overpriced for what you get, especially when I see what Mesco gives you. But yeah. So I love all the flame effects. I love the blast effect that he has on his hand. Again, I think a really good looking figure. And there is something special about, for me, there is something special about this shot, this look. This is kind of how I remember, like when he would be flying. I think it's on one of the covers of the comic. But I love Nate Gray. I love seeing what Cable would have been. So I love Age of Apocalypse. I love Dark Beast. I just think it was such a good it was so cool. So if you need a Nate Gray and somehow you can't find the $5 one from the Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse line, you can get this one for a little bit more. But I'm sure if you go to Ollie's, you'll probably still find him. But here's his different head sculpts. Eyes different every time. So, and here's all the flame effects, which I guess you could use for other things. Maybe barbecues on fire at some point. So, and then on to NECA. I think there's a lot of NECA news, if I am correct. So some Elvira, they are gonna this and Elf. You guys happy as Elf? Man, they're gonna beat these bucks to death. Because you can only do so many things with Elvira and Elf, right? But I mean, how many Elvira figures have they already had? And I'm not criticizing it, because if you're an Elvira fan, you may be all for this. And she owns her own likeness, so good for her. Good for her. Model Misfit. Love you guys. Got to go to the ER. Another seizure. Dude, hope you're better. I don't want to tell you how to treat your seizures, but electrolytes. Just remember that, man. Electrolytes. Matter of fact, if anyone knows the story, when I was at Aaron the Toy Enhancer's house, Model Misfit was there, Loki, Daredevil Dave, and Krusty O'Crow. And Daredevil Dave died. And it was thanks to the electrolyte pit that Aaron the Toy Enhancer had. And it was crazy. He unveiled this. He's like, put him in the electrolyte pit. He's like, it's like the Lazarus pit, but better. And Daredevil Dave, who had died, and he'd been dead for about 4 minutes. We threw him in this electrolyte pit. He was sticky when he came out, because it's like Powerade. But he was good as new. No problem all through Joe Fest. He kicked ass. And I want to say hi to, I'm just going to guess that this is red because it says, "What's up, Lawrence?" And usually if it's John, it's some sort of sly remark. And I will be at Sergeant Red's this Sunday helping them out because Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, Mankind, Dude Love. I don't get excited for people, but I'm actually kind of excited to meet Mick Foley. I probably will never talk to him because I don't care for autographs, but yes, Mick Foley. If you are in the Detroit area or in maybe even that state below us and you want to meet Mick Foley this Sunday, Sergeant Rad's, Utica, Michigan, come on up. Anyway, back to Elvira. We looked at that picture long. Don't get me distracted, guys. He wants to give me a pile drop as long as it's not Mr. Sacco and that nasty ass thing. And look, here's Payne. What I tell you, D. There has never been a bad I've never heard a bad word about him. Aaron, we did not save him. Electrolytes saved him. I cannot take credit for what electrolytes did. Anyway, here's Elvira. If you need an Elvira and you missed out on the others, or maybe you're just a huge Elvira fan, this one has less. So I'm assuming the price point is probably. So there you go. Check it out. No, I have not. If you're not following Sergeant Reds, man, you gotta follow their channel. They drop all kinds of crazy videos because her husband, again, I'm assuming I'm talking to D. He buys crazy collections. But yeah. So here she is. Again, they all look pretty good. Here's all that she comes with: a big gun. That knife is obviously removable, a book, and then her faceplate. So now, I'm not big into these little figures, but this is glow in the dark. But it is the NECA convention exclusive. So some of these figures, when they're $30, to spend an extra $10 on shipping, man, I have a hard time justifying that. Now, if you order a bunch of stuff from the NECA convention exclusive, maybe it's worth it. But I have a hard time when something's, in the $30 price range and I'm spending probably $10 on shipping. It really bothers me. But I like this. And I know people love these Ben Coopers, but the glow in the dark is pretty good. Now, I have not messed with any NECA glow in the dark. If anyone has any NECA glow in the dark, is it good? Because we all know there's some good glow in the dark, there's some really bad, and then there's some great. Mattel does great. Everyone should be using the Mattel model. But all in all, this is pretty cool. I like this idea of this glow in the dark. So, and the fact that the bucket glows too. So she come with two buckets, because that does not look like a glow in the dark bucket. But that thing is glowing. Andrew Taylor says it depends on if it's I don't know if he's trying to say GITD plastic or paint. Plastic good, paint. Oh, paint sucks. I agree with that. I have, what is it? Some of the Mythic Legions have paint. It's not really good. You know what I did find out though about glow in the dark? The one G.I. Joe, Mole Rat. I knew that the zombie had glowed, and I knew that his light glowed. I did not realize that the eyes. Maybe I did. Maybe I just forgot because I did it before I had the UV light. But his eyes glow. And look at this. Everyone likes making jokes. It's itty bitty like you are. Not that small. Not that short. Not small by any means. I'm just short. But here they all are. And look at this cross sell. Hasbro, please, if someone from Hasbro is watching this, you see this cross sell? They have all the figures that they had. You can do this with your retro figures. This is what you need to do. This would make people like them a lot more. This would make people see the card and go, oh, this is actually pretty cool. So there he is glowing, she glowing. I'm assuming it's a she because it has pigtails. All right. On to Mezco, and you know my favorite thing. 5 points of articulation. But I actually think Mezco does it right. With giving you separate arms and legs. I don't know if they have, I don't think they give you separate legs, but they do give you separate arms. And we've seen it with the turtles. I think their turtles were actually really good because they give you so many different arms that you could swap to make them doing different poses. And in all honesty, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if the Joe team did that with some of their animals, because I told you some of them you struggle with it. So anyway, the Batmobile looks really cool, and the Batmobile I believe is only $50, and I think the figures are only $70, so it's not a bad price. And you have a pretty good face sculpt of Keaton. Probably better than anything McFarlane does. And Sherlock says, I miss that old packaging where they actually showed everything in the wave. Too bad we don't get the actual waves of Hasbro figures. And I don't even think that they need to, like, and that's what I said, like the whole G.I. Joe, those retro cards, just pick all your retro figures and put them on the back, right? When we were kids and we were collecting that stuff, there are figures that may not be on the shelves, figures that were coming, and older figures. They needed to fill the back. And I wish they do it again, because that card looks really stupid. Why do I have 3 figures? You have enough retros, you could fill it up. Matt O'Brien says, this Mythical Batman set looks amazing. I wish they would do these exact figures in 6-inch scale. Or you could just start collecting a smaller scale. See how it works? See how it works, Matt? Here's our Jack Nicholson Joker with his bullhorn. I like the accessory. I'm not going to lie. There's the Batmobile. Again, I think the Batmobile looks really good. It looks better than that big Super 7 one that's coming in, right? So, and it does come with the shields, which I've always thought was really ugly, but it's pretty cool that they're giving you the shields. Be even cooler if it actually worked. I'm going to guess it doesn't. So here's what he comes with. Bent arms, batarang, and his whatever that thing is. I yelled at some people, not Top Goon. I yelled at some people. I'm just kidding. Like I'm happy now. I got all the bullshit out of my system. All right. And then we have the Joker, who only comes with one hand in his bullhorn and his cool cane, but 2 different head sculpts. And then you can have 2 different villains. Now, I believe this is a pack. So I'm not really sure. I mean, it's cool that they're giving you this. But they do leave room in the Batmobile, what it looks like, for a second person. So would they give you Bob and this guy again in a 3-pack with Vicky Vale? And I don't know what other figure they would give you. I don't. Alfred. I mean, what other figure was really that important in Batman '89? I mean, there's a couple, but you kind of want some action ones, and you really do need a Vicky Vale. But all in all, these things do look good. Nice little 3-pack of them. Each figure is individually packed and a retro-style blister card. Are there accessories? Their accessories are gravestones. A bunch of pearls. Not Top Gun says, I'm about to clock off soon, and you think I'm going to go live. I don't know, are you? Nobody goes live against me. It's #1 rule of Monday. All right? I need to start that, right? First rule of Fight Club. First rule of live streaming, you don't go live Mondays. I kind of like it. But there you go. Cool looking figures. I think Bob looks ridiculous. I think Bob looks stupid. Maybe it's just his angle that he's got the Karen haircut. But it just looks really bad. But yeah. But here's everything. I think you get everything for $150. And it's pretty cool if you're a Batman fan, right? Especially Batman 89, which, again, probably is my favorite Batman. Like I said, I really do like The Return of the Joker, but that's animated. Oh, hey, I forgot to put Jada toys. You know what? There's a Jada somewhere here. What the hell? Man, I'm out of order. 4 Horsemen. So Figure Obscura went up. Is Figure Obscura still available? I don't know because I ordered it. 100% honest, so far every retailer edition I have actually liked better. But I look at this and okay, 3-star says it is sold out. Your Clown says the same thing. You can't just tease Guile like that, punk. Now I gotta wait. I have worked, so the Street Fighter figures will come somewhat before the Joe stuff because I am collecting it. If Gargoyles ever starts releasing some new figures, I might put them there too. Anyway, I like the retail versions more. But as I was saying on the Clubhouse, it was after I went on my rant. I don't know what they could do to make me like a version better. And they pointed out that he's probably going to be green. And as much as I'm sure that will look awesome, I don't know if I'd want that one more than this one. So I did go with this one. We did a lot of talking. These accessories are awesome. Now, this is $70. It came out to be $83 shipped after tax and everything. Not a bad price. The figure's 8 inches tall. It has the table, different tables, different skulls. Obviously, if you have Dr. Mindbender, you know where Joe fan is going. This is perfect. Matthew pointed out that you can't see that it has very modern legs on the tables. But this is really good. Really good looking. The pictures are fantastic. You look at that head sculpt, the articulation looks like it's much better than a lot of the Mythic Legions we may have had in the past. They did talk about it. I know they did talk about it. He is reusing a buck, but they have lengthened the buck. So it's kind of a new sculpt, but I guess still old. If I'm wrong, then please in the comments let me know. But that's what they were all saying. And then we have, just because Oz had to tell us this, here we have the Glenn Danzig version of Frankenstein's monster. I'm just going to let it sit here. And when he said that it's, the Misfits version, or was it, well, not Glenn, was it Glenn Danzig or Doyle? I think it was Doyle Wolfgang, right? Either way, it looks like one of the Misfits. It has the big long trench coat, has the hair. I want it to have a bag of kitty litter now because I think that would be great. Who has that accessory? We need it. But this is your Misfits. Here's the back of it. Again, everything looks really good. Yeah, I think it looks more like Doyle. But David Bruce says that's an awesome monster. It's the book version. Yeah, and I guess if he's green, I don't think I would like it. So here he is. He goes from being part of the Misfits, and then he becomes part of Cobra Kai. So he has his Cobra Kai pants on. Danielson, you're fucked. That's all I have to say. You're fucked when you get to the tournament, and you're going to have to go up against this guy. Because no crane kick is going to take this guy out. Snake Eyes, yes. And then when I look at this one, I said this is like, if you have the Egyptian figures, I think you could just plug them in. He looks awesome with like the wraps around him. Again, so many different things that you can do. I know a lot of people ordered more than one. I believe the original amount to order was you could order 15, then they lowered it to 12. You guys are nuts that are ordering that many. But then again, I've seen what Woody orders to army build. I've seen how much Woody will order to army build. So who got this? Who out there was able to get this? Who wanted this? I believe Matthew said that he got it. 3-star. I know you're into this stuff. Have you gotten it yet? Random Diorama says, I'm watching the beginning of the show for LOLs. Well, you know. Who army builds Frankenstein? Have you met Mythic Legion people? Thanos Captain grabbed one. Darth Burkett grabbed one. Road Keeper passed on it. You Are a Clown. He ordered it. I don't think Plastic Skulls did. Secure the Frank. Grass says, no neck bolts pass for me. I didn't even think about that, but I don't know enough about Frankenstein's creature. I just call him Frankenstein's monster. I like the packaging. I think the packaging looks good. I like the way this is. I think the colors, really accentuate what you're looking at. And this is probably a magnetic cover, just like the Four Horsemen. So, not the Four Horsemen, the Headless Horseman. So, if you got it, awesome. This whole look here, now I want the backdrops too. Can I have the backdrops? And here he is in the snow. He's like gung ho, man. He don't care. He don't need no shirt. And that, again, there is limited articulation when it comes to Mythic Legions, but the pictures that Trevor gets is amazing. And that is, what's Trevor's name on 1-6 Shooter? If you haven't following 1-6 Shooter on Instagram, you need to go to. Will O'Brien asks, will this be available again? The retail version will be. They always do a retail version. And like I said, I'm not sure like what they would change, but they kind of pointed out that the box, he's green. So they're probably going to do him in a green version. But I just don't think that they're going to do anything that I'm going to say, I need that more. And here he is being a peeping Tom. All right. But the accessories. Dr. Mindbender is going to have a field day. And then this bad boy dropped. Someone please tell me what the name of this guy is. This is on BBTS right now, celebrating their 25th anniversary. And it coincides with the Four Horsemen's 25th anniversary. So I believe for 25 days, is that what it is? BBTS is going to be dropping a different figure. And you can see the silhouettes of them. Most of them. You can't see the silhouettes on all of them. It looks like there might be a Joe figure in there. You can definitely see where there is a couple reaction figures. But there's going to be a bunch of different things. I think there might be a He-Man sword. Dude, I was going to get them because I like the figure obscuras. But the more I kept looking at it, and I'm like, Serpentor's a really big figure. And this could be them making Serpentor. And you have all that stuff that came with Dr. Mindbender. 3-star says $80. If it wasn't BBTS, it'd be $55. No, he's a big figure, right? Starvos. How big is he, guys? He's a really big figure. I don't think he'd be $55. But how long is he supposed to be up? That's what I was trying to figure out. But he looks really good. I'm really impressed with this. Andrew, I thought he was 10 inches, but I didn't want to say that he's a 10-inch figure. So $70 for a 10-inch Mythic Legion. Is that on par, guys? He's pre-ordering till October. Okay. And then you'll never be able to get him again. He's just a BBTS exclusive, right? So I would assume this is one that will probably go up in price eventually. Again, I don't suggest buying toys for the investment of selling them later to make money. But sometimes it's nice to have an idea. Right? Mr. Magna says his legs look stubby. You guys, is he does he have stubby legs? I think most of their ogre size do. I think their legs seem shorter, but then the torso is much longer. But yeah, this is a big figure. And so what's the price of an ogre scale normally, guys? Because I know you guys know this. He doesn't come with very much. I will say that. But what's the ogre scale price normally? Because I think they're over 70, aren't they? But there's everything that he does come with. Again, it's not a lot, but if it actually works with him, great. Okay, so Master Hoarder says they are normally 75. So that's right on par. BBTS makes it seem like these things are on sale for our 25th anniversary. But they're not. But they're not. All right. On to some Jada. Hey, now you see where that other figure was supposed to be. And I know everyone was asking when Cammy and Balrog came out, well, where's Guile? And here is Guile. So, let's do this real quick. You go back to the picture we're supposed to have, but I screwed up. There's Guile combing his hair. Essential that you have this. I will reiterate, 106 people. Quickly, if you're just joining us, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to subscribe to Tony's Figs, who is almost up to 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to drop it right here, right under Tony's comment for a Cop Tim. Hell yes. Tony keeps asking me, have you ordered them? Have you ordered them? I'm like, I'll find them, dude. Don't worry. I'll find him. He's not going to be hard to find. So, I think he looks awesome. But everyone was wondering where he's at because they did show it off. But I'm surprised it took this long for it to come out. Oops. Now I went too far. But he does have a new blast effect, which I think looks awesome. They've done such a good job with this. Tony's Figs needs 21 more subscribers. So hit that subscribe button, guys. Go over there. It's always great to get someone up over 1,000, right? I assume a lot of you probably already subscribed to him, but go over there. He'll any new subscriber that he gets, he will yell at you live. He promises, just like he did to the one guy on my channel. And then Emerald Knight Photos has joined us. If you haven't checked him out on Instagram, please do. He has some of the best work. He makes Super 7 Ultimates look like they have articulation. That's how good his photography is. Again, I will reiterate, if you do not have a Jada Street Fighter figure and you're an action figure collector, Now, if you're just a G.I. Joe collector, don't waste your money. If you're just a Mythic Legions, I don't know why Mythic Legions would just, why just Mythic. Well, you know what? I can't say that because there's a few of you guys in here. You know, if you're a toy collector, you need to have one of these. It's a bad road to go down because you're going to buy more. These are such good figures, and I will continue to say it. The sculpt is, not only is the sculpt good, but the way they articulate, the way they stand, the way you can pose them, they're awesome. These are something like every toy collector should have. And they look just like the video game. And Chun-Li should have the laughing face with all the figures that I have of her because that's what I really want. But here he is. People are waiting for him. We need trigger fingers for this guy. Oof, man. We need trigger fingers because he needs to fit with our Joes, right? I know what kind of guns he could handle because he's got big old mitts for hands. And then here's the cool little box. I do love that the box is an arcade. So if you don't realize that, that's what these are. If you don't know what Street Fighter is, which I would be blown away if someone's watching this that doesn't remember Street Fighter, didn't play Street Fighter at some point, I think it's awesome. And it's just a little detail. These little details go so far. All right? And Action Fig says, Street Fighter figs are definitely awesome. Dude. Yeah. I don't even know how someone... Even if you don't like them, you couldn't say these are bad figures. And here's everything that he does come with. Again, I love the fact that he comes with a comb. Well, the hand with the comb. And the high top fade. All right. A little bit of G.I. Joe news, not that much. And it's mostly in Super 7. So Super 7 Reaction Plus figures have hit. I actually canceled all of these. I have issues with them already, just looking at them. Sci-Fi George says the pink Chun-Li comes with a laughing head for the pink and blue. I know, but I don't want to spend the extra for shipping and handling when I already have 2 Chun-Lis. I don't want to order a pink, even though I think she looks awesome. I don't want to have a third Chun-Li, but oh God, that laughing face is so fucking awesome. Wasn't it less than 21 before the stream? Now he's 21. No. He needed, I don't fucking know. No, he needed 29. Because we talked about it earlier today. Him and I were talking about it earlier today. Now he needs 20. Just 20 to hit that vaunted 1,000. Anyway, back to Super 7, who finds ways to... Okay. So I think this bat actually looks pretty good. I don't mind the design. I don't even mind the color. That gun is huge. Why is the gun so big, Super 7? Can you tell me? It doesn't fit the aesthetics of... I can't say it doesn't fit any of the aesthetics because someone's going to tell me, you remember those big guns that the fucking O-rings had? Yeah, they were stupid. But I'm talking about something that's actually going to fit in with... No one uses that shit. The gun should just be smaller. I don't have a problem with the gun other than the size of it. It doesn't... Yeah. Hey, Greg Archer, you and me both. You and me both. But both hands do come off, so you can put the accessories on it. All right? Either hand. I like that the backpack is very reminiscent of what we had before, from what I can tell. From what I can tell, the peg is supposed to be the same in the back. Hopefully the foot pegs are the same. These are supposed to go with your O-rings. Look at the size of that gun. And it is clearly a submachine gun. Yet that thing is bigger than a saw. I mean, a saw rifle. You are a clown 57 says, if there's a way to screw it up, Super 7 will find it. You are absolutely correct. Nolan says, only O-rings I collect are Delta 17. Yeah, I have some on order. So here's the packaging. I don't need to see everything. Like, I'm okay with not seeing everything. And maybe if your gun wasn't so goddamn big, you wouldn't need to have this giant, huge package or blister. I think the figure looks good. I don't mind the explosion background. I like what they did with the Reaction Plus. It's actually something that my buddy Brian Flynn talked about, that the Plus is actually the screw for the back of the O-ring. And that the O-ring isn't, or the O is an actual O-ring. Oh, man. Not struggle making it through 36 hours. But again, I don't think this one looks bad other than the gun being gigantic and just not fitting right. I will not say anything bad about the back of this card. This is what everyone wanted. I mean, I guess you could move the file card a little bit lower. And maybe they will when they have more characters. But this is a file card, all in one language. They are not bound to do 5L like Hasbro is, so they can get away with it. There are only 4 figures right now, so I don't have a problem with them only putting 4. It would have been cool if maybe they would have had the silhouettes of 4 more underneath it, so it looks more like the original one, and we're kind of guessing, and we already know the twins are coming. So, but I was really hyped to get these, and then I canceled them after I started seeing them. Matt O'Brien said, I remember when they first showed Super 7 Joe Ultimates, and I really wanted to like the brand, but I just do not trust Super 7 quality. You and me both. And Chad Farr says, hi, thank you very much for jumping in here. But this is what everyone wanted. I don't think it looks good. Not going to criticize them for this. Cobra Commander. I know he's a different version of Cobra Commander, but he looks so much alike. I didn't need another Cobra Commander, especially right away. And this is supposed to be made off the animated series. In the animated series, he didn't have the knife because he just looks stupid not having the knife there. It just looks stupid having, like, what he has on there, but no knife to go on it. As for the figure, I think it looks decent. They didn't paint the rivets. Thank God. I think when you paint the rivets, it looks really bad. At least for the Joes. I don't think this is a really good shot. Just the color looks really dull, but I don't get the same feel here. He looks shinier. 2 different guns, so they do give you the Christmas gun, the cartoon gun, and then this is not the hairdryer gun. End of story. Black Genghis says $20 unless you have a sale or coupon, and I have a feeling they'll probably get marked down. And when they do, that's when I'll probably pick them up. Packaging looks cool. Yeah, it's hard to dislike Cobra Commander, but he is supposed to look more like the cartoon. And on the back again, you get the file card. Looks good. All right. Why? I know everyone wants a blonde cover girl. I don't know why. Because she was blonde in like an episode or 2 in Filmation. So they gave you one. And this looks worse. That face is awful. How does this shit make it out of their fucking plant? How does this ever make it past production that this is what it's going to look like? Because this is just awful. There's absolutely no reason for this to look this bad. Now, it's already frustrating enough that I know they're trying to redo the O-ring. Their necks should have the pivot where they can look down, and they should now have the swivel wrist. Every O-ring is doing it. It adds so much to posing a figure. But Super 7 going to Super 7. And they're going to fuck something up. And I swear they did a great job of fucking this up. But talking about someone with dead eyes, it's just a dead face. It looks more like a robot that's taken over there. But yeah. James Shapiro says, "Hi, toy should have had the 118 license completely better face despite the price." I would love to know what their agreement is. The fact that they can't sell those direct in the US is such bullshit. And the reason why I think the reason why they didn't get it is originally they were trying to do the O-rings. Hasbro was. Well, the G.I. Joe brand wanted to. Hasbro doesn't want to do it because they know it's still a big niche. No matter how we look at it, it's a niche, and it's going to stay that way. Hopefully, I'm wrong. Hopefully, for like Delta 7, Delta 17, there's a renaissance. I just don't think that it's going to happen. 44D2 says Butterface. Oh shit. All right. Now, I didn't think that you could make the face look worse than what is actually on the O-ring. And I am not an artist, so God forbid that I criticize someone's art, but that artwork on that face is fucking awful. It is hideous. I think it actually looks worse than the O-ring. That is saying a lot. It looks so bad. And I just said how I thought the Bat and Cobra Commander looked pretty good. But this, they just slaughtered it, man. File card, again, not much more to say. It's all in one language. I think everyone likes that. Yeah. And when Brick something says it, you know it's probably true. Oh, yeah, that painting isn't great. Look what I did. It says, these are the O-rings everyone was clamoring for. Gobble them up, yum, yum. That's not what we wanted. Master Hoarder said, Super 7 should just put my face on her. She'd look 100 times better. Are you talking about your profile picture there? So James says, "How you made it impossible for me to care about other 118th Joes." See, I don't have any, so I don't know what the articulation is like. I don't think their face sculpts look good for the people that are actually like when you see their faces. But I can't really criticize. I can't really criticize the bucks that I see because I think they look so damn good. And is it KJ's birthday? Did I miss something? Is it your birthday? Well, if it's your birthday, I'm seeing it here. Happy birthday to KJ Black Genghis from, well, what's your show's name, KJ? Because you're no longer part of a toy kind of mood. You have your own brand. Do you have a name for your show? If so, put it down. I'll let you put it down there. So here's Snake Eyes. I think the buck looks fine. I don't need the blue. It just doesn't. I don't know. it's just Black Genghis live. No, the Terradrome is what him and Tony are doing. I couldn't remember that. I totally couldn't think of the name Terradrome. And Francis Brody says, just looking at higher Joe's 118th that make me want to collect 118th scale. Go for it. So, the figure looks good. I like the gray. The gray and the it's more like dark gray, but it's supposed to be black. I think they complement each other really well, but the blue is awful. And I don't remember Snake Eyes being this much blue. I could be wrong. It's been a long time. I don't really watch it. But here we are. Giant sword, giant Uzi. Why? I mean, I wanted to like these. I wanted to buy these. I did not want to wait till I find these on clearance to pick it up for like $12. And if I don't, then I'm not even going to worry about it. But I just can't. I might pick up the bat to do a review on it if I see it at Target. The card art looks good. I like the sleek Snake Eyes, but just look how big the weapons are. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. And there's the file card. And again, I have no issues with the file card. That's where they do get something right. All right. And I think my last bit of Joe news is Breaker. And so I am being told, I don't know if this is broken anywhere yet or not. I'm told that the Tiger Force figure for Target is Tiger Force Breaker. So he'll be single carded from what I'm being told. He won't come with a RAM cycle. So this will only be the second Breaker. It'll still be a Target exclusive. That always makes people really happy. And he'll obviously be boxed. And, hopefully he'll come with a little bit more. I don't remember. Ed says that Uzi looks bigger than the classified Snake Eyes. I don't know if it's breaking news. But someone's got to break news. Shark News is no longer around. Yeah, oh my God, I hope they fix it. They won't. I'm wondering if they'll make changes because, with these new figures that we've looked at, and again, Bobby B and I talked a lot about the steel core figures and how it seems like those should have come out earlier than when they did. And now when you see the steel core commander, he's a completely different buck. So I wonder if they're going to use a different buck. The overlay, I don't think they've ever reused that overlay. I really like the helmet. I like the idea with the helmet. And we're going to get a retro breaker. It'd make no sense not to. So, but from what I am told, and I guess we'll see if my source is correct or not, but he is saying that Tiger Force Breaker is going to be the one that's, I think it's this Friday. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's during the whole Target Holothon or whatever they're doing. So, and Bobby Wall has jumped in and says they need to give him a backpack of gum like they gave Quick Kick and Fudgy Bar. See, I don't think that they'll do that with the Tiger Force one, and I could be completely wrong. But on a retro one, and I'm with you, I think that's actually really cool. Those are the types of little things that I think are awesome. And it actually works better with Breaker because it was in the comic, right? It was canon in the comic. So it's not something you're even picking up from the cartoon or anything like that. But Mr. Magnus, I was talking about the 12-foot flag. I'm glad I caught that flag word. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I believe someone else had talked about this. But And is Sherlock out of here? Sherlock, if you're out of here, have a great night. Thanks for joining. Thank you for your support. I saw it on Instagram, and I definitely do appreciate it. So, anyway, from what I can tell, oops, I have to do that. We've never had a Tiger Force. Never had Tiger Force breaker. Fine with it. I feel like the Tiger Force figures have gotten better. They've kind of toned them down. So, all right. That's all. I don't have any other G.I. Joe news. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another commercial break, and then we'll come back and talk topic, which is going to be changes to the channel. And if it's something that you want to see, or what would you like to see changed? And I'm going to write them down, and I'll see if it's something that I feel works with the channel, and then I can incorporate them. And KJ is renaming my channel Punkangus. Hey, you know what? If it works for you, then I say you go for it. All right. But quickly, while I just take a breather, here's a word from Lost Man.
Oh, hey guys. So Lawrence, he had to step away for a little bit. He's got a case of the grumble dust. So he asked me to kind of watch over a stream. He put me in charge of y'all. He said to me, "Oh, Moss Man, I have a case of the grumble dust, and I need you to watch myself for a little bit so nobody leaves and finds out that there's more interesting things to watch on YouTube. And also, I hate Ohio." So I was like, oh, dang, so now I have to come up with a topic for my very own show. And I was like, oh, what about talking about your favorite toy stores? So my favorite toy store is HelloDopeToys.com. So they used to have this really bad website. It used to look real scammy. Like if I gave them money, they were going to go spend it on like blow and hookers. But now their website is really nice. And like I can just go in and do like 1-2 click. And then my order's placed. And they ship super fast, guys. They ship everything in 1 business day. So like I get all my toys first. So when I'm out there on the playground and all my friends are like, oh, dang, Moss Man, where'd you get that action figure? I still have to wait 17 months for mine. And I'm just like, well, I went to HelloDopeToys.com and I just pushed the buttons and then they shipped it out to me. And the packaging is so nice, guys. Like, I opened up the box. I was like, oh, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this kind of packaging. It's so nice. But then my trash can gets full because of all the packing stuff. And I was just like, oh, dang, I just changed the trash. But now I gotta change the trash again. Oh, you're right, Matthew Matson. You can use the code APWT at HelloDopeToys.com and save 10% on your order. So how that works is, so you're gonna save 10%, and then a Punk with Toys, he has to pay that 10% that y'all save. So if you don't like Lawrence, you can just go to HelloDopeToys.com and just buy a bunch of stuff and rack up his bill. So then like at the end of the month, they're like, Hello Dope Toys is like, oh, Lawrence, you owe us $1 million because of all the 10% codes that everybody used. And yeah, that's how that works. Okay, guys, so it looks like it's time for me to go now. So make sure you go to HelloDopeToys.com and like and subscribe. And then in the comments, put what your favorite toy store is. But if it's not HelloDopeToys.com, I'm probably just going to delete it, okay? So, all right, guys, bye!
All right. So, again, if you're new here, Hello Dope Toys is one of the sponsors. And if you go there and you order anything, pre-order or in stock, and you use code APWT, you'll get 10% off your entire order. And they ship super fast, like in 1 business day. 1 business day. And then I have to pay the difference. So if you spend $100 and you save $100, if you spend $100, you save $10, and then I have to pay it. I'm not good at negotiating my deals, obviously. Probably better against. I'm probably better at defending myself against people that spread lies about me. So, anyway, okay. So as for the topic, and as I put up there, my question was changes to the channel. Now, I'm not saying I'm changing the channel. I'm not saying that I'm trying to do any changes. The biggest thing that I it's downstairs. Hey, where's the Larry Neck hat tonight? It's downstairs. I'll eventually bring it back up. It wasn't going to start off joking, so I didn't even have it up here. So I'm not looking to reinvent myself. I'm not looking to change everything. But I do feel that you don't want to become stale. You don't want to have a sticking point. Between doing the reviews, obviously the live streams, and then Thursday with a friend. And is there something that you'd want me to do? I'm not willing to commit to a third show. I just can't do it. I do have a TikTok. I use it very, very little. I do not have a Vine. I don't even know what a Vine is. I've heard that. Ed would like to see. I'd like to see Roman host Thursday with a friend once a month. So would I. So would I. He gets so many more super chats. GI Bro says, how about more drama? Why do I feel like this is not going to be taken serious? I like to see some singing and dancing. I did. I totally did. Clint Jordan is, instead of a smack off, a punk off. I'm actually going to write that down. I don't know how I would do something like that. But it is an interesting concept. And if you don't know what the smack off is, Jim Rome does the smack off, and he takes the best callers, and you can't just get on it. He has to give you either have to win it and you have a lifetime, and then on one day a year, they have those people can call in, but not everyone gets on because it's a 3-hour show. That is something interesting. Matthew says a Roman Kim, and I know he's actually serious about this. I don't know if you guys realize that Roman really doesn't do anything when he is in one spot. Though you have seen him, kind of jittering. Now, I would have to figure out how I can do it. Like, do I need to buy another seat? And that's in YouTube or StreamYard terms to have another one. But that's something that I will see what I can do. If I can do that and have it I don't know how I would do it. But I'm going to look into it. That's for sure. Get G.I. Joe stuff faster. How about some breakdancing? Joe Fan 84, I'd like to see a winning lottery ticket in my hands. All right. Super Slam Toy Tuber Wrestling on Sundays. Legend Series has to be the announcer, and we will see random battles in the ring. It could be epic. And how are you going to set that up? Roman hosts Thursday with a friend with friends' dogs. I brought this up to I think it was Tony. Has anyone followed the YouTube channel Zeusy the Pity? I think that's what it is. And this dog has so much character. Zeus, he does so much talking. It's a really good channel. Cobra Creator says the drama has really gone down recently. I don't want to be. Matthew can vouch for me when I was deciding what I wanted to do on the live stream going forward. What I was going to do before I started, I said I don't want to be a drama channel. And I can't say that I have never been part of drama, but I've never actively gone out and sought it. Because It is an awful way to run a channel. It is short burst. It is big pops, but it doesn't really help you. Graph says, get a long desk, pull the camera back, have Wood Bunny. You spelled Wood Bunny wrong. It's B-U-N-I. Have Wood Bunny be a toy anchor next to you. Okay, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, if I was able to get Wood Bunny here, I'm not planning on doing any live streams. More punk dress. I just do not dress up. All right, Eric Thurman said that I honestly like a toy hunt every now and then. I'm going to write that down. I'm not a big fan of toy hunt. I spelled it completely wrong. I said it with hunt. I'm not a big fan of toy hunt. I don't really toy hunt, to be 100% honest. And I know there's a lot of channels that people love them and they've built their brand off of it. But it is something that, like, again, if it's something that people are interested in doing, I'm willing to give it a shot, see how it, see how I can do it. Shark Guy says, I'd like to see you out more YouTubers for buying subs. Again, that goes into drama. And I've told you, if you think someone is buying subs, then go to Social Blade, type in their name, go look at their numbers. Go to Social Blade and look at mine. Type in my name and look at my numbers, and you will definitely see. You will see a progression. Okay, so Bobby Wolf says, what about a Punk's top 10 every month or two? You take the top 10 favorite toys you've reviewed, maybe at the end of the year, like a Punk's New Year toy countdown. Okay. I don't mind that. I'm trying to think of how I would incorporate something like that. Doing it every couple months, maybe every 3 months, like every quarter, right? That's something that I could look into. I originally was going to come back around, and I was going to talk about stuff that I reviewed the month before. This was early on. It just became too much work. But maybe something like that, where I can kind of come back and, because it might even be something. I mean, you said I reviewed. There's some stuff that I may have bought that I didn't review. There's not a lot of stuff I don't review, but there's also a lot of stuff that I don't own. So, different hat for every show. That would be expensive. I don't make that much on YouTube to get a different hat every day. Graph says, Roman doing nothing is 100 times more entertaining than most YouTube channels. But not this YouTube channel, right? Not this one. Greg says, I'd like to see you do some Mafex. And so there's a couple things with that. I would like to, because I definitely want to get my hand on one. The biggest thing with that is the price of them, and then finding obviously something that I do like, but it is something that I want to get my hands on and review a couple just to take a look at. KJ asks, do you have movie reviews? I do not, and if I was, I would do it on Punks on Film. I mean, you guys know how I am. I think most people know how I am. And KJ, that's kind of what we were doing on Punks on Film. We were, talking about an old movie. I still want to do something on that. The time consuming. Now, could I do something on? It messes with the algorithm so much to switch from toys to movies, because then you get movie people on that don't give a shit about toys. But let me write it down. those guys that do that screen crush, stuff like that, they made a living out of it, and they are, I mean, they have it down to a science on how long it takes to create a video. It blows my mind. I mean, it is a lot of work, a lot of hard work. But again, I'm writing all this stuff down so I can come back and look at the stuff before the end of the year and kind of see if there's some things I can do. Clint says if you have Roman Star on the show, you can use his food and vet check as tax write-offs. Christine Mendoza says maybe review us some lines you might have changed your opinion on, good or bad, or come to appreciate or dislike figures or line. Now, see, that's actually pretty difficult to be 100% honest, because the only line that I can think of that I don't like is Super 7. And they haven't really pushed out anything. Now, if those twins look really good, I'll definitely be picking up the twins O-ring versions. But I'm going to write down review lines that I haven't or that need to come back to. Because I will say, like, I had my issues with Joy Toy. But the one that was sent to me that is Warhammer. I thought that was a really good figure. But the figures that I reviewed, I thought were just trash. Francis Brady says, I'm super new to the channel, but do you have any fun? Easy mods that you can share, toy hacks. Are you talking about like customizing and stuff like that? Because I mean, I've done a few. I mean, I've showed people how to do O-rings, but I also showed people how to remove paint, something that a lot of people gate kept. I should have, and maybe I'll come back and do it and show off this thing here. And maybe paint another engine, because I did painting. I changed that. I painted the engine. As you can see, it is more orange than yellow. And I actually painted down. It's on Instagram, but it was something. I did it all on the phone with Tony. If you haven't figured out, I talk to Tony a lot. This engine isn't the easiest thing to get up. Probably shouldn't use a razor blade either, but I'm not the brightest guy. But I really should have done a video showing how I painted it. There we go. So you see, like, I painted all of that. If you have one of these, sorry, my camera sucks and I have the autofocus off. But I painted this whole thing, and I really should have been recording it. But I do have another one here that Greg might let me paint because I think he liked it. So, but I don't do a lot of mods like that. But I like that, actually, because I've talked about it, like just little clips of showing how to fix the trigger fingers that people don't realize. You take a razor blade and you just kind of cut. So, okay. Fun mods and tricks. I was actually trying to read what I was like, you asked me if we have fun here? Like, Pop Leonard says, extra camera on StreamYard is expensive as hell. Well, that's why you enter it through another device. If you enter it through another device, you can get away with it. But then it's just like two side by side screens. Like it would be cool if you could put it in the corner, and I don't think you can. Matthew says there is a pip feature where you can take second camera and put it up on screen. I'll have to look into that. 3-Star Draw says you can do a 30-minute spotlight on a specific line or manufacturer, not just new releases, but considered overview. A condensed overview. Okay. But you're not talking live, right? You're talking about actually pre-recorded. See, I like that. I do want to do more. Like, I mean, I did a couple things. I'm not talking about doing the buying the subs thing. I don't want to do anything like that again. But I do want to do more pre-recorded stuff that doesn't cost me money. Like, you know, everything I do is it's the figures are bought. So if I make, let's say, $15 off a video, it's probably cost me at least $25 to $30 to actually make that video. Wade Holliston says, my wife said you curse too much, but don't worry, I told her to shut the fuck up. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Tony says, I see cats with cams all the time. But I think he's just talking about a camera on him, right? I'm not going to have my whole house like all over. I'm not going to put a camera on him and have... yes, Zeusy. See, James has seen Zeusy. I love Zeusy. Okay, so Johnny Reno says, Toy Hunt videos are great, Eric. I enjoy watching 80s toy rock go to Goodwill and thrift stores. See, I still have an issue as much as I'm on camera. I still have an issue walking in someplace with a camera or having someone else film me. I mean, my daughter would do it. If I went out with her, she would do it. But I have a problem with people asking people to like film me skateboard too, because I'm not good enough to ask someone to waste their time to film me skate, even though most people don't even care. But that's 2 for that. So I'll think about the toy hunt and see how I can do it. And you got to make it your own. That's the biggest thing. You got to make it your own. You can't be just like everyone else. What would make my toy hunt any different than what other people do? Right? Rocco the Great does them all the time, and I believe his whole channel is pretty much based off doing his toy hunts. So how do I make mine different than his, and yet you still want to watch them, right? Because believe me, I don't go in and yell at people in the stores. I'm actually probably super polite. Bumpers for sections of the show, intros, toy news, rambling. Okay. So, I'm going to write this down. I have issues with some. I mean, I don't like all the. I don't like the fact that the full force, like Chris feels he has to have a bumper for everything. But if you're talking about like when I'm going into the toy news or going into my topic, I think that is something that I could get on board with. I just have to figure out how to do this because again, I'm a one-man show. I do this all on my own, so. And I don't do that stuff. That's why you've never seen. It's one of the reasons why you don't see produced stuff from me. It's so much work for me to figure out because I have to do it on my own. You would think that having a kid that does this type of stuff or wants to do this would help, but yeah. A lie. Okay, so that is something that I could do. That is something Sergeant Reds has talked to me about numerous times. Coming in here, why don't you come in here and do a live? I don't know if he's willing to stay open that late, but maybe I'll do that because my whole toy video is never going to happen. There's lots of issues between that. So my whole idea of creating this TV show, looking at toys, it's not going to happen at least not anytime soon. Live from toy stores. Okay. So that is something I could definitely do. And it definitely would be Sergeant Reds. Aaron says 74% of the vote says don't change a thing, Punk. Wood Bunny would be my Shannon Sharp moment. And I wouldn't care. I would not apologize for it at all. Let's see here. Punk might pull off a Major Blood cosplay. I'm an adult. I don't do cosplay. I'm just trying to read if there's any actual ones. Let's see the Detroit. Man, we don't have shit. I was hoping with us having like a brand new one. Man, even if you're like an eyelash. Been a long couple of days, guys. That's why I'm starting to trail off. We haven't figured it out. Well, so this is something that, you know, I'm gonna get mad about it. I have 2 interviews with someone interviews going through toy stores. I'm gonna write this down because I really like this, and I really like to put the spotlight on these toy owners because they're taking a huge risk. So I really like this idea. Sorry, I'm writing it down, so I get distracted. But again, that's why I wanted to do the whole video that I wanted to, and it's just without having a filmer and an editor. My son doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to work with me. So if anyone's wondering why, he doesn't want to work with me because he doesn't understand that even though we're partnering, he doesn't understand that there's still got to be a timeline. They say don't work with family. Yeah. So I would have to do everything on my own. And the footage that we filmed and how we did it was so fucking good. And it's bothers me. Fitness content so I can merge my lives together. Well, I mean, I do a top 10 at the end of the year. I do a top 10 classified or G.I. Joe, and then I do a top 10 of everything else that I bought. And it is exhausting. It really is, because to go through everything, I do have an idea of something that I want to do, and I'm probably going to do it or start working on it come winter time or when it starts getting colder and I can't be out that much. And it's going to be very long. It's going to be a very long form video, but it's going to be something you can stop and come back to. It is something that I'm going to be doing on my own, so I don't have to worry about help from anything. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Matt O'Brien says, personally, I like to see more of your collection. Maybe diorama ideas, background accessory ideas, display and lighting ideas for new existing collectors, maybe classified wish lists. The classified wish list is so, I mean, we're going to get everything. So I'm almost like, it's not even like, it seems like a waste. Every year I've done, well, not every year, the past couple of years I have done my collections. I've done a walkthrough on them because so much has changed. I'm hoping to do the same thing again. I broke it up. And I broke it up into the O-ring, classified, and then everything else that I had. It's something I will do again this year as long as I get everything back together. Diorama ideas back. See, when I start doing this stuff, I really need to think about the content that I can create, especially for channel members. That's, there's a lot of stuff that I can put up that I should do for channel members, and leave it there for 3 or 4 months and then make it go, live for everyone. But let me write that down because you actually put thought into it, unlike some of these yahoos. But I like that stuff. There's a lot of things that like people, and I know I've had so many people that ask me like, hey, is there, what is that? Or they're reaching out to other people. And I've had other people tell me, yeah, I'm in the Geek Dad Life Discord and they saw something and they're like, hey, do you know where he got that from or whatever? Because I'm not in there. So, the whole thing with Punks on Film was to go and do retro stuff. Everyone wanted it until we did it. And James is exactly why. That is exactly why I can't do that, because you're right. It's not even that YouTube punishes as much. It's when the algorithm starts working. And again, like if I went and reviewed the latest Beetlejuice, people come in here and they see Beetlejuice, and maybe they start liking the channel or subscribing. Well, then they start getting stuff pushed out for toys, and they're like, I don't give a fuck about toys. And then vice versa, the people that are here for toys, like I don't care a shit about the Beetlejuice movie or whatever movie. So it's not that they get punished on purpose. You're right, you get punished, but I guess it's not really on purpose. Wade Howison says, I love when people have new suggestions for different shows, and then it's only 4 of us when you start doing them. What can I say? How about Punks on Food? Let's see some sample local cuisine. Okay, first off, I'm a picky eater, so it wouldn't be good. It'd be like steaks, hamburgers, chicken. Pop Wonder says, how about a segment called Punks Positives, where you highlight positive stories from the Toy Fellowship, toy drives, feel good stories, social media exposure, and people doing good. Okay, so write that down because that's interesting. And kind of that's, I'm highlighting myself. I'm going to be doing that, and I'm hoping that we can film when I do go into Sergeant Reds, and we can do some sort of video when we donate the stuff for Toys for Tots. If you're new here, I probably should have told everyone when there was 160 or 170 people watching. In October 25th and 26th, I'll be doing a 36-hour stream where all super chats, all channel memberships, super stickers, anything that I make on my videos those 3 days, 25th, 26th, and the 27th, I will be donating to Toys for Tots, sponsored by Sergeant Reds, where they're the ones that I will, be buying all the toys from. So it's going to be a 36-hour streamathon. I will take a couple breaks. My moderators will be helping me throughout it, and I'm going to have different guests on. Anyone can actually join in throughout the course of it, but I'm going to have different shows on. So please watch for that, because it's going to take a lot. Clint Jorgensen says, Punks on Film got me in trouble with my wife with the Kentucky Fried Movie wreck scene. We didn't do Kentucky Fried Movie, did we? Did we do Kentucky Fried Movie? I wanted to. I don't think Matthew was all on board on that one. Grass says, allow subscribers to send you to send you toy it's been long. Allow subscribers to send you toy photographs, and you can have a small slideshow section of the show, although it might have to censor Thanos' entries. I really like this because then it kind of gives me a break. Now it kind of creates more work, but if it's only, let's say, like 10 different pictures, it's not that bad, right? So subs picks. And I could even pick some. I know a lot of other ones do it, but I do like the idea of asking people to send. But last time when I asked someone, hey, send me stuff to, the email so I can, do this. And I wanted people's participation. There was like 4 people that participated. But again, the channel has grown a lot. So, but I do like that. Francis says maybe keep bashing, but like weak joints. Yeah, with that, and I would like to address things where I can help someone to fix things where we know something has a weak joint, something needs to be heated. I got to figure out a way to put it together where, I mean, I know you put it in a playlist, but if it comes out in a series and people will be watching it. And it grabs some traction because I would love to have some evergreen stuff. If you know what evergreen is, that's something that people are watching forever and ever. Eric says live custom session would be cool. You and the boys throwing down. Well, that is the Terradrome. That is something for Tony and Black Genghis to do. KJ. But it's not something I'm opposed to doing at times. Just kind of seeing through here. I guess some people got the markers, Tony, huh? Oh, wait. Man, I'm so far behind. I'm like some of these other channels now. Are there any more? Christine says, tips for customizing, picks, and buying strategies. All like knowing is half the battle. Joe, let me really look into that. So, I'm going to write tips down. I like that. And if it's something that I can find a way to integrate, not just on YouTube, but also with YouTube or with Instagram and obviously my Facebook page. I like that idea because I hate gatekeeping. I want people to be able to come here or elsewhere and find, how do I remove the paint on this figure? What do I need to use? Well, I did a video. Of course, that product is hard to find now because they changed the formula. So it kind of sucks because that stuff worked awesome. What about Retro Night? Once in a while, we dress up in 80s gear, walking and all reviewing retro toys. I don't dress up, but God, I fucking love that idea. I'm putting Retro Night down. Because now I kind of got some ideas. Like live streams, like Retro Nights live streams. Thank you, Bobby Wold. You don't win a prize. All right. 3 stars says, you might not love toy hunts, but you'd find a style, but people sure love watching them. I know, but again, I don't, you guys, I mean, you know me well enough. I don't want to do anything just because it's going to, I don't want to do anything just because it's going to drive traffic here. I want to do stuff that's going to help drive traffic here, but I also want to enjoy it. And maybe I would enjoy doing toy hunts if I did it. I don't find them amusing. I don't find them interesting to watch. but maybe doing them is completely different. Going toy hunts at dollar stores, that'd be different. At Dollar Tree. Go look at the Mountain Dew. Hey, look at this 1 liter. 1.5 liter of Mountain Dew and Pepsi. Johnny Reno, go on toy hunts at random people's homes. Who's going to bail me out of jail? Yeah, no. That sounds wrong on so many levels. Hit up a local toy store, not Target or Walmart. Highlight stuff in your area. And, man, see, now you guys are bringing up stuff. I think I got to figure out something. Okay. Retro toy hunt. I don't know. Man, I'm way behind in comments. Whew. And I'm just getting tired. Holy shit. Man, you guys have really... All right. So, hey, look. Travis has joined here. Toy hunt videos are so COVID-19. I'm not going to say that. I just don't... I don't know. I mean, I'd have to find a style. I'd have to feel comfortable walking around with my phone. I know everyone does it. It just feels odd to me because I'm that age and that generation. But if you can find a way, if I could find a way to do it that I could find interesting, it has to be interesting for myself, not just for the viewer, then I would love to do something like that. But I have a whole list now of stuff to look at. And I'm exhausted. If you guys can't figure that out. I usually don't lose energy like this. But man, oh fucking man. To say that it's been a long couple days because of all the BS would be a huge understatement. Let's quickly, I want to say hi to Joe G. Toy Connections. It is hard to find a style. You get weird looks from others when you're talking to the camera or randos photobombing you. I didn't even think about the photobombing. K-Dog Broadcasting has jumped in. But yeah. Travis says, you did a great job with Joe Fest walkthrough. I was insanely jealous of that video. Yeah, but that's just, that was just a walkthrough. There's no one in there. And again, people there kind of are expecting it. Even if it was while it was busy. But walking through Target and Walmart, and thank you, I appreciate the kind words. And I'll be doing that again for sure. But it is, I don't know, man. But like I said, I don't like sitting on my camera to like film me do like a skate trick. And I definitely don't like asking people. Unless if it's like, hey, a short bit where I know I'm going to be able to land everything. But yeah, so it's Joe Fan here says, I'm looking forward to Joe. We all are. Every single one of us that was there were like, can it come back around? I'm okay with skipping over Christmas already. It's going to be so damn expensive. But yeah. But I do kind of like doing, I need to spotlight these local stores. And again, my whole idea, this whole thing that I thought that I came up with, it's just not going to work out. Not in the iteration that I thought that it was going to, that I thought that it was going to work. And it's extremely disappointing. Maybe things will change in a year or two. But what can you do? Sometimes you think working with your kid is going to be good, and then you realize it's just not. Comic Book Bin said good night. K-Dog Broadcasting says, Lawrence, they had a theme idea, and I mentioned you in a starter jacket and backwards hat. That would be sick. So, a quick little story about starter jackets is that I was not a sports fan in high school. Well, shocker, skateboarder. But in 10th grade, I got this UNLV Running Rebels starter jacket. I had no idea what it was. My dad was pissed that I spent $125 on a jacket. Technically, he spent $125 on a jacket. I still have that jacket. It is the most comfortable jacket that I've ever had. I don't really wear it. So I'm never opposed to pulling that thing out. I'm never opposed to pulling that jacket out. Now, the private director says, kind of an odd poll. The answer is yes, no. What do you do is great, but something new would be cool too. And that's exactly what I'm looking at. Like, I'm not looking to change it. I'll be 100% honest. These polls that I throw up here, it gives me a better idea of just how many people have been in here today. There's 200 votes. Sometimes I have some that actually will have multiple. I try and tie it into whatever the topic is going to be. But, you know, what you're saying there, Private Director, yeah, I'm not looking to change my channel. But I do truly believe if you want to continue growing, you have to constantly be looking at things that you can do better and maybe even cutting out some things that people are no longer interested in. And maybe you're not interested in. Or me, I'm not interested in, right? I'm not going to be a drama channel. I've said my piece. I'm not saying I'll never say anything, but I don't want to be a drama channel. That gets clicks and everything, but to be a sustainable here, you know, you have to have good content. And I don't always have great content. It's not content that everyone wants. There was 170 people watching when I was going off earlier. You can see that it starts to trail off. Still, there's 93 people here. And I appreciate and love the fact that every single one of you guys are here. But it is just to see if there's stuff that I can add, whether it be add to videos. If I have to, not have to, but if I could maybe add another live stream. Not every week. I'm not ever planning on doing 3 live streams a week. And technically, I kind of am already doing because I'm always on Oz's. So I'm technically on live 3 days a week. And I do believe you start to, if you go on and talk about the same stuff all the time, you start to bore the people. They have no reason to tune into your show because, like, I've already heard you talk about it. I think Thursday with a Friend is way different. We're not talking about the toy news. So no one's going to be like, man, I just heard you talk about this on Monday. So, man, and my neck is starting to hurt now. Yeah, and you're right. In Punk's Pit, if you are a channel member, I did announce that Punk's Pit will be the first Friday of every month. Unless I have something else going on. Yeah, designated driver Punk. That was me. That was me years ago. But I'm going to wrap it up. I think I've gone long enough. My neck is hurting. I've been in this chair too long. My day got fucking ruined yesterday because of all the shit that happened. Clearly, you know, drama sells because that is my highest viewed live stream. And it was an impromptu one, and it was an hour and a half long. But, yeah, just to cap off where we started today and where we ended yesterday, I don't want to be a drama channel. I don't want people spreading lies about me. I don't want people creating rumors about me. If you didn't watch the beginning of the show, go back and watch it. There is a reason why I addressed those 4 people. Those people They had stuff to say about me that they never should have. And again, if you want to say, hey, his content is dog shit, then that's fine. But when you're running with lies or you're spreading rumors, and we know how rumors go, if I don't address it, then why should I ever expect anyone else to fucking address it? The last guy, he just continues to run his mouth. And again, all I did out of anything was actually plug his show. And then if you want to know the whole Shark News thing, you can go and there's Shark News, Artist Shark, whatever he calls himself. He calls himself nothing because he's not on social media now. You can go back. I dropped a link in the description. You can go back and watch that. You can see why I was so mad. And I have not heard one person come back at me and say, hey, you know what? You had no right to be pissed off. I think that once I showed my proof that I've never copyright struck anyone, I think that set all the records straight. I think that just, there was nothing more for anyone to say. So, I don't want to do this every week. I want to do this every week. I don't want my show hijacked because people don't like me. And I'm sure there'll be some sort of retaliation. And I don't care. I've had other people, as long as you're not fucking saying, as long as you're not spreading lies about me and rumors, then I don't care. Take pot shots. I don't care. Don't get personal. Don't lie. There are more than enough reasons to not like me. You don't have to make one up. Just remember that, guys. I say that about politics. There's more than enough reason not to like the politics. Don't make it up. Don't make up rumors about them. You can go back and watch it, Joe. There was a whole live stream yesterday, hour and a half, and then the first half hour. It actually went longer than I had planned, that I addressed some other shit. So, this Thursday, Pop Blender will be on. You know what? We're still here. We're going to wrap this up. As a matter of fact, on the way out, I'm going to play the commercial. And then that's how we're going to call it a night. So, tomorrow, I have two moderators. Both of them do shows. One of them will give me a commercial. The other one says, hey, you know what? I don't care about my show. I don't need you to promote it. But I'm going to do it anyway. So, both moderators, Ed Action Figs and Matthew Matson, they both do shows. Ed does it with Travis. It's at 9 p.m. If he's in here, post a link to it. And then on Pop Blender's channel, Matthew and Pop Blender do a channel. But I do have a commercial from Pop Blender, so I'm going to play it on my way out. He also will be on my Thursday show. So tune in then. I absolutely love that show. You guys love that show, and I've watched it grow, and can't wait to sit down with him and talk to him a little bit more. But until then, I will see everyone this Thursday. Thank you guys all for dealing with my rants and raves and all that other bullshit that I go through. And that's Roman saying, I need to go outside, so take care.
Idiots! Incompetent buffoons! What is it now, Commander? Consummate morons, incapable of coherent thought! Are you watching that show again? Yes. Why didn't you just watch Pop Blender and Matthew's discussions, news, reviews before the show came out? Whether you agree or disagree, the perspectives provide enough context to know if the show or movie is worth your time or not. Yes, I know. I will not miss another Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central on Pop Blender's channel. Be more than once a man by watching Pop Blender and Matthew talk about pop culture, news, discussions, and reviews on Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. And now you know. Televiper, be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe so we do not miss another episode. And hit that bell notification.